Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Trying to get back in the dating world is hard when you've recently gone through a divorce. And that's why you should date people while you're still married. Then you don't ever lose practice, you know? But I'm no relationship expert.
Definitely
but
not.
I should be. Anyway, Matthew is on the phone right now, and that's what he said in his email. He's recently divorced, decided to get back into the dating world, and now somebody's not calling him back. What's up, Matthew? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, man. How long has it been since you were in the dating world?
Well, I was married for 5 years, and then I got divorced, and I didn't date again for at least 2 years.
Oh, dang.
Okay, wow. It's a long time.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So the girl you want to call today, what's her name?
Her name is Charlotte.
Charlotte, all right. And how did you meet Charlotte?
Online.
Okay, and is this the first time you've ever done online dating?
It was the first time I've done any dating.
In a long time. All right.
Okay, so Charlotte is your first foray, what's the word there?
I don't know.
Foray, I
First,
think.
yeah.
Soiree? I don't know.
Soiree? I don't
Some sort of A.
Yeah.
It's the first date.
The first date since you've been divorced.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and how did things go with Charlotte?
I think it went really well. We met for coffee, and I thought it went really well. And she made me laugh a lot. She's very funny and very smart and very nice and very pretty.
Okay, okay. And how were you feeling? Were you nervous?
I was at the beginning. I was really nervous because I hadn't been on a date in a really long time. And I was engaged for a long time. I was married for 5 years. And I just didn't think I knew how to do this. And she made me really relaxed. I don't know. She made it really easy.
So is all you guys did was coffee, or did you do something else?
Oh, no, we just had coffee. And then I did invite her to a Halloween party a friend of mine was having at their house.
Okay, and did she go to the party with you?
I don't know. That's
You don't know if she would? That might be. Okay, so yeah, here's a tip since you're getting back into dating. Know if the person is there.
Yeah.
Let's start with that and then baby step it the rest of the way. What do you mean you don't know?
It was a costume party. So I never asked her what costume she was going to wear.
Wait, you just had her meet you at a friend's house in full costume?
Yeah, I know. We should have set a clear place to meet and a time to meet. And, you know, I should have said to meet me at the front of the house. And it just, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
And the cell phone reception was really bad. And I couldn't get a hold of her. And everyone was wearing masks. So I couldn't tell who was who. And
So you're just walking around the party trying, like, how did you even try to find her?
everyone I ran into, I just kept asking them, would you please, you know, explain, I'm trying to find a date here. I just don't know what she's wearing. Would you please take off your mask? And after about 40 times, you know, it took forever, and it was really bad.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
So wait, what do you think? Do you think she didn't go, or do you think that you just missed her?
I don't know. I spent the whole night looking for her, and she either left really annoyed with me, which I would totally understand, or, God forbid, she left with someone else. And
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Man, did you try to get a hold of her after? I'm assuming you did.
I did, and she hasn't answered. First of all, even if it doesn't go anywhere, I just want to apologize because I feel like I invited her to a friend's house. She didn't know anyone, and it's just a really not a nice thing to do, and I feel pretty terrible about that.
Right, because she's either like not responding to you because she wants nothing to do with you because she didn't like you, or because she's mad at you because she felt she got ditched at the party.
Yeah, I felt like a complete idiot, and I spent pretty much the whole night alone talking to people in weird masks, and
Sounds fun to me.
yeah, and frankly, I was trying to avoid conversations with people. It was just a weird thing to be able to go, can I see your mask, and say, you know, no, next, you know, I couldn't do that.
I forgot to ask you, what did you dress up as for Halloween? Were you also wearing a mask?
I was like a scary dude, you know, I had like a mask.
Oh,
and-
scary dude. That's a popular one.
Yeah, I like, you know, I had like a mask, and I had this kind of torn jacket, and you know, like
Okay.
bloody pants kind of stuff, and yeah.
Definitely sounds like a scary dude.
But she wouldn't have been able to recognize you either from the sounds of it.
Well, I had my mask off for the rest of the evening because I was trying to find her, but I don't know. I had makeup on as well under on my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just want to at least say I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and get your second date update, okay?
Okay,
All right,
thank
man.
you.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Matthew is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Charlotte. They actually hung out for coffee, but really the date was supposed to be when they met up at a Halloween party. The only problem was Matthew is newly divorced, hasn't dated in a long, long time, and forgot, when you make plans with somebody, you should also decide when and where to meet up. So he just invited her to the party and figured he'd find her there. Except it's a Halloween party, and everybody was wearing masks, and he couldn't find her. He just spent the whole party walking around asking people to take off their masks to see if it was her. Hey, Matthew, I don't know if you're going to get a second date or not, but I can probably guarantee you're not going to be invited to many more parties. Nobody wants to invite the weird guy there that's just walking around being like, hey, take off your mask and show me who you are.
Yeah, I didn't feel very cool. I'll say that.
Yeah, no.
I do feel, though, that you shouldn't take full responsibility because she could have also said, like, hey, where are we going to meet? Or asked other important questions about how to find each other at said party before it went down.
Yeah, I just totally underestimated the number of people that were going to be there. I just thought, it'd be a few people and we'd all kind of check out each other's costumes and just eat some cheese or something, And
Yeah.
A Halloween party.
Every good Halloween party has people sitting around eating cheese in small numbers. All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Okay. And even if she completely hates me and has no further interest, I just want to at least say I'm sorry for standing her up unwittingly.
It's a rookie mistake. You haven't been dating in a long time. All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Charlotte, please?
This is Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of you.
Oh, well, I've heard of you, if that means anything.
Gosh, that came off so creepy.
Yeah, it did.
It's true.
What?
It's true, Charlotte. We've all heard of you, though.
Yeah.
How would you hear of me?
Well, because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Updates, where if you go out on a date with somebody and don't call them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email about you from a dude named Matthew. You probably remember him. He likes coffee dates. He also likes to invite people to Halloween parties and not tell them where to show up so that you both awkwardly look for each other all night.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, my gosh. Are you mad at Matthew?
No, I'm not mad at him. I'm just it didn't work out. That's all. It didn't work out.
Well, how do you know it didn't really work out if you guys didn't actually spend any time together? Really, he told us you got the coffee pretty quickly, but he said that he spent the whole night looking for you at that Halloween party. He feels really bad that he didn't, tell you where to meet.
Well, I didn't go.
You didn't go to the Halloween party at all?
Oh, man.
No.
Oh.
No way.
Wait, were you not even interested in him after coffee then?
No, he was nice at first. Then I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about the guy. It just didn't work out.
Can you give us any specifics on why?
He's kind of desperate. Yeah. I mean, he's new to dating. He's a little vulnerable. He doesn't know what he's doing.
No, he got really weird, guys. He was really peculiar.
Really?
How so? We talked to him. He sounds pretty normal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talked to him? Did he tell you that he was really, really into taking Halloween to a whole nother level?
What do you mean, a whole nother level?
For me, it sounded like he was going to make Halloween a reality, right? He was totally into, serial killer stuff.
Okay, that's time to check out. I'm with you, Charlotte. I'm done.
What do you mean, though?
Okay, so there was just a lot of details that he went overboard with. And it just made me uncomfortable.
He told us his costume was a bad dude. That's pretty much how he described it to us.
Scary dude.
Yeah, scary dude.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm glad I didn't see it because the way he describes it, I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, it makes sense. You meet a guy online, you go to coffee, he starts discussing serial killer details. That is a big enough red flag, I think, for anyone.
To be fair to him, because he was a nice enough guy, he was really, really into Halloween, but he was also really, really, really into serial killers. And so I couldn't tell which one he liked the most.
Yeah, that would say to me he probably is a serial killer. I have a feeling they often don't really give all their cards right away.
And they're always nice guys. They always come across as nice guys.
You're right. He was really nice, and that freaks me out even more thinking about it.
Yeah.
And he was also very attractive.
Yeah, anytime I meet anybody who's overly nice and attractive, I always know they're a serial killer. So I'm glad you didn't show up.
Okay, wait a second. Whose side are you on?
Well, not yours, serial killer.
What's going on here?
Oh, Charlotte, that's Matthew. He's actually on the other line listening to the conversation and wants to talk to you. Probably sharpening his knives while he's listening, but he's on the other line listening.
Oh, my God.
I'm not sharpening my knives.
Okay.
I'm not. Anyway, Charlotte, I have been on the phone, and I've been listening to this entire conversation, and I can assure you that I am not a creepy, crazy serial killer. It's Halloween. You know?
Yeah, but that's not the first thing you say on a date with someone you've never met before. You've got a shiny plastic knife.
Did you hear what you just said? Because you just referenced a plastic knife. Now that's steel knife, a plastic knife.
Well, it's hard to know when you're saying something that's real and something that's fake when you meet someone and they're talking about serial killing.
Yeah. I mean, Matthew, you've got to hear what she's saying. If you want to be a single dude that's getting ladies, you dress up like Thor or Superman or something, not as someone who may kill you and stuff you in a trunk.
I'm going to admit, I did a lot of extensive research, and I did pay attention to the details of this. But I only did it because I wanted to be really authentic, because I think costumes often fall flat when you don't really pay attention to the details and let your character become very generic. You know, so I had things like extra large shoes that had actually no pattern on the sole. Like, I thought of things like that.
You went that far.
That's what's fun of it. You know, no one cares, but it's just fun to do it, to fantasize.
Fun.
Why do you need to go that far to play a serial killer? Yeah. You're playing. It's Halloween.
You're right. It's only Halloween, but it only happens once a year, and you only have one shot to get it right. And I've been married and divorced, and you know, I haven't had a party in a really long time, and I just want to have fun. I just want to go crazy. I'm tired of
See what he just said? He wants to go crazy.
Yeah.
And he's divorced. And he might have issues with the fact that him and his wife split up. I mean, come on, I'm not walking into that.
I will say, Matthew, I'm questioning whether or not your wife is still alive. Can we contact her?
No, please, she's alive. Unfortunately.
Yeah, if he was a real serial killer, she might not be around anymore.
See what I mean?
I was kidding. It's a joke. I'm just trying to say that I wanted to do it right on Halloween, and that's why I spent all this time to be a really as close to authentic serial killer as I could be.
Yeah, but think about it. I'm on a first date with you, and you're going on and on about how serial killers get away with their crimes, how they wear latex gloves and shoes where you can't get the print, and it just sounded like you knew way too much about serial killers.
Yeah.
Charlotte, that's absolutely correct, but that's because I prepared.
Prepared to do what? It's Halloween. Serial killers don't really have a look, you know. That's the point.
That's not necessarily true. I have done a lot of research on them.
Okay.
He knows exactly what they look like, what they talk like, everything.
Oh my gosh.
Regardless, it's just Halloween. It was one night. I'm really glad, actually, you didn't try and go to this party and I got stood up by me because I didn't tell you where we should meet. So that being said, I would love to pick up where we left off.
Yeah, see, Charlotte, Matthew doesn't want to kill you. He wants to date you. So would you go on a second date with Matthew? We'll pay for it.
I have to follow my instincts, guys, and I just don't feel good about it.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm with you. I want to like him. I do. And I want to, give him the benefit of the doubt. But there's still a small chance that he could be a serial killer. And that's still a chance.
No.
Are you starting to get angry, Matthew? I'm sensing some anger.
Please, no, I swear. I'm a good person.
Charlotte, are you sure? It sounds like Matthew just got really wrapped up in his costume.
Well, he can email me, and I'll think about it, but I don't feel good about it, so probably not.
Okay, be careful. Those serial killers, they're persuasive.
I don't even know what to say about that because everything I say you use against me.
I mean, that Matthew is probably what your lawyer will say, too. So Don't say too much.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 says, I love serial killers. Can I get that dude's number?
What?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
you?
Talking about the second date update. Matthew wanted to call this girl named Charlotte. They were supposed to go to a Halloween party together. And Charlotte wasn't calling Matthew back because he did way too much research on his serial killer Halloween costume. And she thought that he was just really obsessed with serial killers and way too into it.
Yeah.
And Matthew said it's his first Halloween since his divorce, and he just wanted to do his costume right.
Well, just because you're wearing a costume doesn't mean you have to be in character.
No. Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, she ends up missing someday, and everyone's going to be like, oh, what a stupid girl. Why'd she go out with somebody that was obsessed with serial killers?
She should have
right?
known.
Yeah, should have known. What was she thinking?
Didn't want to go out with him again, so no second date. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Right in the middle of a second date, and if you missed the first part, Gator is on the phone. Yeah. And today, Gator wants to call a woman named Teresa. They were set up through friends, went out on a date, and he probably had one of the best first date activities I've ever heard of. They engaged in a vent-off. Yeah. That's right. That's where you sit there and you just talk trash about your exes. You take turns going back and forth until one of you has the best, worst ex story ever, and then you win the vent off.
Yay!
We never asked Gator, did anybody win the vent off? Or do you win the vent off? I don't even know how it works. Gator, does somebody win?
We both do. It's a win-win.
Oh, is it?
All right.
Now, well, Gator, I think this is maybe the worst idea you could have ever possibly had for a first date. It sounds like she enjoyed it.
Yes.
And that you went wrong somewhere else. I didn't hear. Have you tried to contact her?
A number of times. Calls, texts, nothing back to Gator.
Whoa.
Do you always refer to yourself in third person?
I like it.
No, I got nervous.
Okay.
All right. That's okay, man. It happens. You get nervous and you refer to yourself in third person. If your nickname is Gator, you can do that, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, man. I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Yep.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Teresa?
this is she.
Hey, Teresa, what's up? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
You mean the radio station?
Yes, I am the entire radio station.
Yeah, I listen to you guys sometimes. What's up?
Oh, nice.
That's awesome, Teresa. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
If you listen a lot, have you heard the second dates before?
I don't know if I have.
It's a segment we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up giving them the cold shoulder after that date, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard one of these, but it was a while ago.
Okay, well, what if I told you that you are now the star of a second date?
Ooh.
You're kidding, right?
No.
No, not at all. Yeah, you recently went out with a dude who calls himself Gator.
Oh my God. So he wanted you guys to call me?
Yep.
Have you just been really busy and you haven't been able to get back to him?
Yeah. I mean, can you just tell him that?
Well,
Come on.
if you would have
such a
sold that a little
lie.
more convincingly, maybe, but it's obvious that you were like, yeah, sure, whatever. Do you mind telling us why you're not calling Gator back?
I mean, I don't want to really say it because it's kind of embarrassing for him. So I just feel like...
If it's the butt shaving thing, he told us about that.
Actually, that was really funny. We had a vent off. I don't know if he told you that, but it was like venting about your exes.
Yeah, he did tell us about it, and he did say that he shared with you that he was mad at one of his exes because she wouldn't shave his butt.
I know. That's ridiculous. I mean, I was a little, skeptical, but, I got to call my ex an idiot. He got to call his ex an idiot, so I thought it was cool.
Oh, you did enjoy it. Okay.
Yeah, I actually did. You should actually try that sometime. It's pretty funny.
I do it a couple times a week. I pay like $100 an hour, though, to do it with a therapist. But anyway, probably even more fun on a date. So if that didn't bother you, then why aren't you calling him back? Like, what's wrong with Gator?
There's just a weird situation, and I don't know. It was just weird. That I don't know what to say about it.
On the date, a weird situation happened?
So briefly, I go to the ladies' room, and when I come back, there's like a big, or maybe not a big, but a noticeable piece of my food missing. There's like a piece of fish missing from my plate.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, and so I was just like, did this guy really eat off my plate? And it was just like bugging me. So I went to the ladies again.
Oh my gosh, so you're going to test him?
Exactly. So I asked the waiter to watch while I was away because he was like super friendly, and I just thought couldn't hurt. So I come out of the bathroom, and the waiter catches my eye. I go over there, and he says, yeah, he just took a bite out of your roll.
Out of your dinner roll?
Whoa. Yeah, that's weird, right?
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
So while you were going to the bathroom, he's eating the food off your plate?
Yeah, who does that? Whoa. Like, that is just, I mean, he didn't even ask me.
Were you like raving about how good your food was and you don't think he could help himself, or?
I have no idea what the deal was because, I mean, it's a first date. I didn't want to come out and be like,
oh my gosh.
Did you just eat half of my asparagus? What is wrong with you? Let me smell your pee. Like, it's weird.
Oh my God.
I like how he waits for you to go to the bathroom too. Like he's sneaking bites of your food. Like
sneaky, strange.
Maybe he was hungry. Those restaurant portions at some of those fancier places are really small.
The bottom line is this guy was eating off my plate, and it's a first date. We're not like best friends or anything where he's just chomping on my food.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt super weird about it, and it was a huge turnoff.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, this might be a turnoff too, but Gator is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yep.
Hi, Teresa.
Oh, my God.
First of all, I didn't know you saw that, so real sorry about that.
Oh, my God. You are unbelievable. I mean, at least you admitted it. You weren't trying to sneak out of it or anything.
Why are you eating people's food while they go to the bathroom, Gator?
I was hungry. I was nervous all day for the date. Didn't eat lunch. You know, so here we're at dinner. I just grabbed a tiny little forkfuls. Remember why my name is Gator? I could have eaten that whole thing in a second.
So you practiced some restraint. That's very nice of you.
Did you not think I wouldn't notice?
I did not. No, I didn't think you would notice. It was tiny little fish forkfuls. Fish gets flaky and spreads out, and you're like, oh, I guess it just fell. Or something. I don't know.
Gator, I mean, there's other ways to go about it. Like you could order an appetizer or ask for another basket of bread.
Well, that was the thing. They took the bread away, and I got hungry. I was embarrassed. Like, be like, hey, bring the bread, more bread. You know, I didn't want to look like a pig. I'm on a date here, so instead of like, you know, I thought it would be better just to snack a little bit on the plate. You know, I didn't.
Yeah. You don't want to look like a pig. You know, you want to just eat off somebody else's plate while they go to the bathroom.
That's better.
Just tiny amounts, exactly. Yeah.
Tiny bites.
Yeah. And I feel bad. This is not what I do, but you know, I did pay for it. So yeah, I mean, in essence, it was mine, and you know.
I guess you're right.
Oh.
You were loaning the food to her, I guess.
And that's where you lost me.
Oh.
What? I paid for the. If anything, you were eating my food because I paid for it. So
What?
you know, technically, I was giving it to you, and you were eating my fish. So
I never thought of it like that.
What is wrong with you?
That's the only thing wrong with me is I was hungry. I mean, I told you that I didn't eat all day, and if we were dating for a long time, this would be no problem. It would be cute. But just because it's a first date, you get
I would agree with
mad.
that.
Well, but also it might be cute if you guys are doing it together and you're not waiting until she goes to the bathroom to steal your food, I guess, but to steal the food off her plate.
Okay, that's a good point. At one point, I was thinking maybe, you know, I'll ask her, but, you know, we're in the middle of a vent off, and it just, It would just be in poor taste.
That would be in poor taste. I mean, here's the thing, Gator. I've also been hungry on a date before, but do you know what I did afterwards? I went and got myself a burger at a drive-thru on the way home. That's how you solve that problem.
There you go.
Well, I also did that, too, because the fish wasn't very big.
How much can you eat, sir?
Yeah.
Well, they call me Gator for a reason, okay? I can eat a lot. I still look good. I'm not called Little Baby Bird.
All right.
Well, I don't want to ask this question because I don't want to have to buy you food, but Teresa, would you like to go on a second date with Gator? We will pay for it.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Look, I know you don't want to go on another date with me, but we did have a really good time to vent off. We were laughing, and I shouldn't have eaten off your plate sneakily. I'm sorry. Next time I'll ask if I can have a bite.
Hey.
Will there be a next time, Teresa?
I feel like you should give him just one more chance.
You had fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
come on.
only if he admits that saying when he paid for the food, it was technically his.
Yeah.
That better have been a joke.
I agree with that.
That was a joke. Bad joke. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Well, we'll pay for it. So the food that you guys eat is technically ours. And I'm going to come over and eat off of both of your plates, okay?
That works. Great.
That sounds good to me.
Yes. Gator is ready to chow down.
All right, you guys, we'll get it all set up and send you out on another date. Teresa, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
She sounds so excited.
And Gator,
Yep.
go get some food now because I'm sure it's been a few minutes. You're probably starving.
Actually, I didn't tell you guys this, but I've been eating through this entire phone call.
Figured. There is one surefire way to get on this show.
Have no talent?
Well, yeah, but that's like the hosts of the show.
Oh, okay.
Like us. I'm talking about like callers who want to do a second date or something like that. One surefire way to make sure your email gets through all the channels to get on the air, and that is to sign it the way that this dude did. He signed his email, Eddie, a.k.a. Gator.
Oh, no.
Any dude that calls himself Gator is always welcome. Eddie, what's up? How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. I called you Eddie. I should have called you Gator. My bad.
Gator.
I go by both.
Why do you go by Gator? Eddie, why is that a decision in your life?
Because in college, I ate a whole chicken breast and really didn't even chew it. Just kind of gulped it down, like you know how they feed gators the raw chicken, and it was cooked, but it was pretty impressive.
Whoa!
That's even kind of a dumb story. You ate a chicken breast really fast, and they call you Gator now, and it haunts you for the rest of your life.
He's a legend.
It doesn't sound like it haunts him. Sounds like Gator digs it.
Yeah, well, you do sound proud.
All right, Gator. Well, tell us about the girl that you want to call today. Does she have a cool nickname?
Not yet. Hopefully someday, because I haven't heard back from her. So
Okay, what's her name then?
Teresa.
And when you introduced yourself to Teresa, did you introduce yourself as Eddie or Gator?
It was a blind date, so I was introduced as Eddie before I even met her. So that's how that went.
Okay.
Oh, lame.
Yeah.
All right, so you were set up through friends. Usually that doesn't go very well, but you actually liked her, it sounds like.
Yeah, I had recently got out of a relationship, and a coworker of mine was at a party, and this other gal was saying, "Oh my gosh, my friend who's really cute, recently divorced. Do you know anybody?" He's like, "Yes, I do. Eddie." So we get set up on an actual blind date. No last names, no Facebook, nothing.
Oh, cool.
No idea.
What was it like when you guys showed up, I assume, at a restaurant and saw each other for the first time?
She was very cute. I was like, I get why this gal has not been in the market for a while. I was very impressed.
Nice.
Gator liked what he saw and wanted to chomp down on that little chickie.
Yeah.
Gator did. Yeah.
That is so gross. All of you.
Tell us about the date. How did it go, man?
It went really well. We were just talking, and, she was recently single and I was, and then I came up with an idea that I called a vent off. And I was like, how about this? I say one bad thing about my ex, then you say one bad thing about your ex, and we get back and forth. And,
what?
Yeah, just kind of like a ping pong or tennis of
No.
Wow.
anger. Yeah.
Eddie, that's a horrible idea. I mean, the last thing you should be talking about, you're both recently single, is your exes, let alone bashing them.
Well, it went great, and it ended in a whole bunch of laughter, so she and I had a good time. Yeah. And also, it lets you know about them. Like, if they're like, oh, and he always did this, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now I know she doesn't like that. So
True.
it turned out, vent off.
Okay.
I can't believe that turned out okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. She didn't seem bothered by it one bit.
At the beginning, she was kind of like, well, I don't know. And then I think I started. Then she just absolutely, went from first to fourth gear, and she was into it. It was really fun.
Okay, so wait, what was the worst thing you said about your ex?
One time I got super pissed off that she wouldn't shave me.
What?
What?
Some places you can't reach, and I wanted to be, nice and beach ready for the summer, and she refused. And it's hard.
Yeah, that is. Like, would she never shave you, or just one time she didn't shave you and that was it?
Well, she didn't want to shave certain parts, which are hard to reach, and you can get nicks. And when you sit on a nick, it's very painful, man.
Well, you know what? You're better off. Good thing you got rid of her.
Wait, but on your date, did this launch weird conversations like it just did with us?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not right away, but then at the end, we're just laughing, and she's just giggling about I can't believe she wouldn't shave your butt. It was just really a fun, conversation. So.
Okay, so if even that didn't shake her, why do you think you're not getting a call back?
Good question. I don't know. I mean, the only thing that she went to the bathroom about 3 or 4 times, and I didn't ask. I didn't know if it was, food poisoning or maybe, a female thing, or maybe she just needed a break from Gator's face. I don't know.
That could be it. I'm surprised you didn't ask. I mean, you guys had just shared butt shaving together, so it doesn't seem like anything would be too personal for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, when 2 people can share butt shaving on a first date, I mean, that's gold. You don't get better than that. She's tossing that away. I mean, it was really, that's the best standard of first date. So come on, I don't know.
You're absolutely right. When you bond over butt shaving, there's no reason you shouldn't get a call back. All right, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date, okay?
Gator says thank you.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you, Gator. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today says that the guy she went out with was the classiest dude she's ever met. Wow. So I'm assuming they started their date as he showed up on a white steed, dressed in full regalia, and then he jumped off his trusty horse and regaled her with stories of his conquests while they regaled at dinner and she regaled back.
Yeah, there's so much regaling.
Clearly have no idea what the word regalia means, but it sounds appropriate. Summer, did you get regaled on your first date?
That sounds so bad.
No, that sounds weird.
Yeah, it sounds uncomfortable is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Well, you said that he was classy, so I just assumed that regalia had to be happening somewhere in there.
Well, I mean, he was classy, but I mean, it wasn't anything weird like that.
Okay, so what do you mean by it was the classiest dude you've ever been out with?
I mean, he was just a real gentleman, usually when I go out with a guy, they're nice, but I mean, this one, when I met him at first, he kissed my hand and everything.
Ooh,
fancy.
That's an old school move.
Yeah, I don't know how I would take that.
I mean, I thought it was very gentlemanlike, very respectful. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, that was going to be my question, because it's a move that not a lot of guys do. So is it creepy or is it cool?
No, it wasn't creepy. He was not a creeper.
Which means he was hot enough to pull it off.
Yeah.
Or she was attracted enough to him.
Yeah, because if you look like me and you kiss somebody's hand, they're like, dude, restraining order time.
And hand washing
So,
time.
yeah. And need some hand sanitizer quick. So how'd you meet, first of all?
Well, he was a Tinder date.
Oh, okay, so you bet classy off of Tinder. This may be a first for anyone.
Rare.
I know. Usually you swipe through and it's a bunch of, it's some interesting characters to say the least. But no, he was very nice. He's very professional type of guy. He didn't say anything that was weird or off, and so I was excited to meet him.
Okay.
What's his name?
His name's Daniel.
Daniel. And what'd you guys do when you actually went out?
We went to like a really nice Italian restaurant actually, and we got some drinks at the bar, and then we ate, and yeah, it was a really great time.
See, I think that he must have been excited going into it too, because if you're not excited, you don't pick a fancy Italian place.
Yeah.
Pick a
Not everybody's getting the never-ending pasta bowl.
yeah.
No, she said fancy.
Hey, you know what? That is to some.
Yeah, breadsticks are good, man. So dinner was good, though? You guys get along?
It was really great. Yeah, we got along really well. He was super attentive. He was like seemed very engaged, and he kept complimenting me.
About what?
It was like, oh, you know, you're so beautiful, you're so funny, like all sorts of nice things.
Okay, so if everything was great, then why do you think he's not calling you back?
I have no idea. I mean, there was one part of the date that like it seemed a little awkward and off, but like we got over that.
What part was that?
Like, okay, so there was a pregnant woman that walked past, and I just made a little joke, like, you know, everybody jokes on a first date and stuff. So I was like, oh, gross. I'm so glad I'm not pregnant.
Whoa,
But wait,
So you ripped on
hold
a, you know, I don't know, if I were going out with you and you ripped on a pregnant lady, I'd be like, this girl's awesome.
No,
I love it. She
that's
just
not-
rips on anybody.
But here's
But
the
I could
thing.
see how somebody'd be like, that's a little harsh, don't you think?
It wasn't particularly mean. It was just about like the state of pregnancy is uncomfortable, and so
Okay.
everyone knows that. So I was like, oh, so glad I'm not pregnant. That would be horrible. Oh, you know.
I don't know how much of a joke that is, though.
Yeah, it
like,
doesn't sound like a
maybe
joke.
something like, oh, look at how much pasta that lady ate. You know? That's maybe more of a joke.
The second
That's like a fat joke. Yeah.
Well,
second date update is just turned into the proper ways to make fun of somebody. This is amazing. Do we even need to call him to ask for a date? I just want to continue this conversation.
You guys, you're making it seem so bad. It wasn't. It was just seriously me being like, oh, can you imagine if I was pregnant? Oh, wouldn't that be horrible? That was all I did.
if it was awkward about you saying ick, pregnant lady, what was his response that made it awkward?
Well, he just kind of like, you know, he kind of like stiffened up and leaned back and was like, he seemed like very off put, and he was like, oh, you know, like it was just one of those awkward moments where like he didn't really say anything,
That's
but
not
like
good.
clearly that affected him somehow.
But you said at the end everything seemed fine.
Yeah, exactly. Everything did. I mean, he kissed me on the cheek, and he was like very much like, see you next time, you know?
Okay. So you said you've tried texting him and calling him. Have you done that a lot or just a few times?
No, I just sent like 2 texts, and I tried calling once.
And that's it.
That's it, yeah, because I didn't want to like scare him off, you know, but apparently he's always scared off.
For some
I
reason.
don't know.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and find out why he's not calling you back in your second date update, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Summer is on the phone with us. We just talked to her about her first date with a guy named Daniel. And I would just sum her date up in one sentence. Everything was going great until the pregnant lady showed up. Yep, showed up and ruined everything for Summer, or at least that's what she thinks. Just a quick recap, she met a dude off of Tinder, Daniel, the guy we're talking about. They met up, went to a great Italian restaurant. She said that he was classy and gentlemanly, and then there's one point in the middle of the date that there was a pregnant woman, and Summer decided for some reason she needed to rip on that pregnant woman and looked over and was like, oh, God, could you imagine if I was pregnant right now? That looks terrible. And I guess he sort of tightened up after that, like, that was rude. But it was really just a misplaced joke
Yeah.
from Summer, and it didn't work out that well for her.
I mean, I don't hate pregnant women. I just said I'm glad I'm not pregnant right now. Like, I am.
I'll tell you, you sound like a very happy, bubbly person. And as a mom, I'm just going to say, don't take offense to what you're saying.
So she supports
Yeah,
you.
I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your support. It means a lot.
Yeah.
But apparently Daniel seemed a little awkward after that, but they still ended the date with a kiss on the cheek. And Summer, according to you, it's one of the best dates you've ever been on, so you can't figure out why he's not calling you back.
Yeah, exactly. Everything seemed to go good except for that one little pocket of time. But otherwise, I mean, we ended so well. I don't get it. Why isn't he calling me?
I wonder if the pregnant lady that you kind of made fun of at the restaurant, that could have been his baby.
Oh, that makes sense.
No, no way.
It was like an ex-girlfriend that was in there, and he's like, that's my child.
No, Oh, that's like a weird sitcom. That's like the life.
Okay, I'm dialing his phone number right now. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is Daniel there?
Yep, speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi.
The radio show?
Yeah. Yeah, are you familiar?
Yeah, I've heard it a couple times.
Sweet.
Oh,
What
thanks.
do you think of it?
Yeah, you guys are cool.
You don't mean that one bit. You have not listened enough. I could tell that you did not really mean that.
He's like, I heard 10 minutes one time.
No, I did. I mean it.
Okay, you could tell you didn't. You're like, yeah, you guys are cool. I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever. Well, I'm calling you today because we actually got an email about you.
Okay. About what?
Well, it's from a girl named Summer.
Oh, Summer emailed you?
Yeah, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So you went out with Summer, and she's tried to text you and call you since your date, but apparently you haven't responded, so she would call in the big guns.
Oh, boy. All right.
Yeah. So can you tell us why you aren't calling Summer back?
I don't really want to.
Well, she kind of wants an explanation. Dude, we talked to her, right? She had great things to say about you. She said it was like the best date of her life.
Yeah. She was really complimentary.
That's really nice. I mean, we had a lot of fun. It was a fun time.
So you liked it?
She was fun.
Are you not attracted to her? Is that the issue?
No, she's cute. I liked her. But it's just not going to work out.
Okay.
Well, why? If she's cute and you had fun.
Yeah, sounds awful.
Is that a problem? You don't like that?
No, I really like that. It's just she lied.
She lied? Whoa. About what?
Actually, let me rephrase that. She wasn't 100% truthful with me.
Okay. But who is on a first date? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is kind of an important thing that she wasn't very truthful about.
What was it?
Well, she said her name was Stephanie on Tinder.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when we met, it was revealed that her name is Summer.
So she uses a different name on Tinder.
Yeah, well, number one, I don't know why someone would do that, but...
I could think of a lot of reasons. Maybe she's got a crazy ex, or she doesn't want people to know, or she doesn't want her job to be able to search her on Tinder.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, nonetheless, it still wouldn't work out.
Why?
Why is that a big deal?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so her name is Summer.
Her name is Summer, okay.
My last name is Pants, and if we were to, I don't know, like long-term relationship, get married at some point, her name would be Summer Pants.
Come on, that is the dumbest.
I think that's amazing. Yeah. I would love that.
Well, I would not love that. It'd make me very uncomfortable knowing maybe people are making fun of her behind her back or something like that.
Oh, my God. You jumped so many steps, by the way.
Well, I know I'm going fast, but I'm looking for a long-term relationship. So I'm not there to just mess around with people. And
So you're looking for a forever pants.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, don't be a smarty pants, Jubal, okay?
You don't feel like somebody with the name Summer Pants would be the person that you want to be around all the time.
No, it's just a little too awkward.
Okay, but you are so many assumptions here. One, that she would even take your name when you got married. Like, a lot of women keep their last name, and that's fine.
No, I come kind of from a more traditional point of view.
So you want whoever you marry to take your last name?
Yeah, I do.
Even though it's an awkward life to live with the last name Pants.
I know it is. I'm living it.
But you're Daniel Pants, and you don't think Summer Pants would be a good partner for you.
No, I just couldn't do that to her.
All right.
Oh
well,
God.
And that's it? That's the only reason?
That is the biggest reason, yes.
That is so ridiculous to me.
Well,
Yes, you could be missing out on the love of your life because of a silly thing.
And years of great jokes.
Yeah, that's a problem for me. I don't want my wife's name to be a joke. I just want us to be a happy family of pants.
Oh, my God.
See, now you're making jokes about your own last name, so you can't really judge.
No, I'm allowed to.
Okay, you're allowed
I see
to.
how it works.
Well, Daniel, I do have to let you know that Summer is on the phone listening right now, and she wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, you there, Summer
No.
Pants?
No.
I can't believe this. Wait, are you serious, Daniel? Really? It's just because of my name?
Yeah, I mean, your name can't be changed.
But like, this can't be the real reason. Like, there must be something else. And was there something else? Like, you won't hurt my feelings if you tell me.
No, look, I had a great time with you. When I thought your name was Stephanie, everything was fine. And then you told me your name's actually Summer, and that kind of was it for me.
This is so crazy. I just can't believe it. What if like Brooke said, I mean, I can keep my name. I don't have to change over to Pants. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm kind of looking to have someone that has my last name with me.
That is so weird. Yeah, but it's fine.
I can hyphenate. I can always have my full name on the registry, and then
You
it's
want to have a
Summer Stephanie
hyphenate
Pants.
Hyphen pants, yeah.
Well, no, I don't care. Like, I really don't care what my name is. I think it'd be fine. I don't think people will think it's weird. And I love the name Pants. It's great. It's only 5 letters. That's perfect.
What?
Well, you know, on the Scantron forms and stuff like that, it's so annoying to have a long last name. I would not mind shortening down the Pants.
That is true. It's a lot easier to fill things out.
The important things.
Look, I'm looking out for you. I don't want you to go around and say, hi, my name is Summer Pants, and have people making fun of you behind your back. Who knows?
Okay, this is going to sound really weird, but, like, I might just be ignorant. Is this, like, some sort of sex term that I don't know?
No, it isn't.
I don't know it either if you don't know it.
But I think it should be.
I mean, like, it's just you're making such a big deal out of it. I don't know if this is, like, some weird, like, what's the reason? What's so bad about it?
It'd be the same if your name was Autumn.
Autumn pants or spring pants.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Daniel, I don't think that you're listening to her or anybody else in the room. Like, you are the only one that has a problem with summer pants.
And you guys aren't getting married anytime soon. If you do, you just had one date. Why not give it another shot, Daniel?
I just feel like we really got along well, and I really do want to see you again. And I don't know, like, I mean, I understand that you have reservations, but I mean, I think it's something that, you know, I'm okay with it.
She is so understanding, Daniel.
She seems really
You are
nice.
going to be missing out if you worry too much about this pants thing.
So, Daniel, would you like to go out with Summer again on a second date? We will pay for it.
What, you're going to pay for it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, let's go to Hawaii.
I'm not sending you to Hawaii, Mr. Pants.
I think dinner.
Well, you said you'd pay for it.
How about this dinner at somewhere local?
Or like a Hawaiian
Cap
restaurant.
$75.
I think that is pretty generous.
Yes, that's great.
You'll do that? All right. It could be a Hawaiian themed restaurant if you want. I don't care. Summer, does that sound good? Another date with Daniel?
That sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Successful second date update.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, yeah, I'm so excited. You better text or call me back, Daniel.
I will, Summer Pants.
See, now you guys already have a little joke. It could work out.
Yeah, it could. I'm super excited to potentially be Mrs. Summer Pants.
Yep. Don't rush things along, all right? One pant leg at a time.
There it is.
God, thank you so much.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, I wish my last name was Pants. Pickup lines would be endless.
Yeah, that's true.
We're talking about today's second date update. A woman named Summer wanted to call this dude named Daniel, who wasn't calling back after their date. They had a great date. The reason that he wasn't calling back, she didn't tell him her name was not actually, or it was Summer. She had a different name on her profile online, and her real name is Summer. She has it changed for whatever reason. But she told him that her name was Summer, and he's like, I can't date you. Because his last name is Pants, and he didn't want to be dating somebody that would be named Summer Pants if they ever actually got married.
Which is so dumb. I mean, it's like you, Jubal Flag, not dating someone named America.
Yeah, and I would
You
do
know?
that because I think it'd be even better. I'd be like, I love that. So they decided not to go out again. He just couldn't handle her being called Summer Pants. Unfortunately, though, I think that's an awesome name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Fox. I'd like to date a Harry.
There you go.
You know?
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email us, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5%.
In the dating world, is it easier to meet someone at a wedding or is it harder?
Oh.
Oh, wow, that is a tough question because you do
think
meet a lot of
easier?
people.
I've always found it harder, personally.
Really?
I mean, you go up there, you deliver a great pickup line, compliment the girl on her beautiful white dress,
Okay, that's
going
the
for the
wrong-
kiss.
Yeah.
Next thing, I'm getting thrown out. What?
Yeah.
For putting myself out there? I'm sorry.
I mean, don't get that vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well, one of our listeners, Nate, agrees with me because he says he met a girl at a wedding and apparently was not as easy as he expected it to be.
Okay.
Nate, welcome to the show. How you doing, man?
How's it going?
Please don't tell me it was the bride or the mother-in-law, any of it.
Yeah, I mean, God, it's a crazy story.
Oh my God. Wait, was it someone that was single that you met?
She was single, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Brides are technically single until they say I do.
They're not, Jeffrey. Being engaged to someone also doesn't qualify you as single.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've learned something here. But go ahead, Nate. Who is the woman that you met? What's her name?
Okay, her name is Meg.
Okay.
Meg. Okay.
And I figured, bring in the professionals. I need help with the situation.
Are we the
That's
professionals?
us.
Yeah, who's the
That's
professional?
us, you guys.
Oh.
News to us.
That's cute.
Okay.
Call someone for you.
And did you notice Meg right away at the wedding?
I did notice her right away. I saw her sitting in one of the pews across the aisle, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay. She's really attractive. I should try to talk to her. And it was pretty much a struggle to even get to meet her.
What was your strategy to meet her?
Well, I was like, oh, maybe we'll be at the same table. But of course we weren't.
Oh, yeah.
So I was actually trying to switch with somebody, like a single person at her table. Actually was able to move one table closer, but I was still a table too far away. And then I was trying to move another table over. And that didn't work.
You can't do that at a wedding. Do you know how much time and energy goes into like
Seating charts?
Yes.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I was eating the fish. I didn't order the fish.
You didn't care.
Okay.
Just shows up at the seat
At this
number.
point, you're just taking someone else's chair.
So you're table hopping, slowly making your way closer and closer to her table. Did you ever make it?
I never made it to her table.
Why don't you just wait till she's up at the bar and then time your drink at the same time as hers? Or
You're right. That's exactly what happened. It's so crazy.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
It feels almost like you were trying too hard. Like it could have probably happened organically.
What
but
if she saw
you're
you? I didn't
really
think of that.
trying to
What-
force it.
What if she saw each table you getting closer and closer? It'd be creepy.
That would be a little bit creepy.
Yeah, like the Terminator. I'm like,
So was there ever a moment when you were able to get some one-on-one time with her?
yeah, finally at the bar. I see her at the bar. I'm like, this is my moment.
Okay.
And I go up there, and then I tell her that I actually have to talk to the groom. Would she mind bringing the drink over to our table?
Oh, you made her your waitress for the night.
Yeah, that was my move. Yeah, I made her my waitress.
That's a terrible move.
Wow.
I mean, give her a task.
Yeah, I would love if someone did that to me.
Did it work?
It did work.
Oh, wow.
Right. So she brought the drink over to the table.
Wow.
And that was cool. So we were able to talk for a little bit. You know, obviously we knew common people, and it went well. And then I was like, hey, would you like to get dinner sometime? And she was actually a little surprised, I guess, that like I was hitting on her at the wedding. You know, so stereotypical, but
Oh, she didn't pick up that you were hitting on her at first, and then finally was like, oh, wait a minute, like you're hitting on me.
Okay.
Huh.
So the wedding night was not considered the actual date.
right. No, that was the, yeah.
That was the meeting.
Oh.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay. So what was the
Nice.
date like? Hopefully you didn't make her your waitress there too.
Yeah, no.
Right. No, exactly. So we went out for dinner, and that went really well. Like we got to know each other. We chatted a bit, and we had some fun. And
What was the vibe like? Were you nervous? I mean, on her side and your side.
well, she actually called me out. She said, "Did you stage that whole waitress thing? Did you just to meet me?"
Uh-oh.
She called me out, and I was like, "Yeah, I did." But it started out really good. We were being playful with each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's a good sign when somebody can give you crap. You know, like,
Yeah.
and you can take it, you give it back. Like, that's a good dynamic.
Yeah. If someone's laughing at your creepiness, then there's a shot at romance.
Yeah.
there. So how did the rest of the night go?
Well, okay, so then she did say that she talked to the bride about me, and
Oh.
she wouldn't say exactly what she said, but she just said that I would be trouble.
Oh,
Wait, are you, I mean, at the wedding, were you the groom's friend or the bride's friend? I didn't know. Or both?
The groom's friend.
Oh.
Why would she say that you're trouble?
Because obviously she
I
doesn't
don't know.
like you.
Uh-oh.
I'm such a great guy. I have no idea.
Sounds like what guys through trouble
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, typically, like, if I were to say that about one of my husband's buddies, it's because they drink a lot.
Yeah.
They're with multiple different women all the time.
Those sound like very attractive qualities to you. Brooke.
Yeah, but
You know,
it's
but,
probably
like,
there's a rumor about you.
Well, how did the date end?
So then there was the next stage. We went to one of those arcade bar places.
Oh, cool. So it continued. She was still into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were having fun there, and then she kissed me in front of Street Fighter.
Oh, romantic.
Oh. Does that mean something?
Kissing, all of a sudden you just hear Aruken.
It's interesting the way that you said it, though. You said she kissed you. Is that what it was? She kissed you at the Street Fighter, or did you kiss her?
Okay, well, I kissed her, but she kissed me back.
Okay. So it was your move. It wasn't her move.
All right.
Right, but it was reciprocal.
And
That's
did
good.
you make any plans to see each other again?
We were just like, oh, we'll talk and we'll set up something. And then, of course, this is why I'm calling. I haven't heard from her since. She hasn't responded to any texts. I've texted her probably 3 or 4 times.
Maybe she talked to the bride again.
You should have kissed her in front of X-Men, bro.
Yeah.
Way better ambiance.
That's a good point. Well, we'll find out what really happened. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Meg for you, and we'll try and get you your second date, all right?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
All right, Nate, hold. When you think of the most romantic Hollywood moments of all time, there's Jack and Rose kissing on the bow of the Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
Noah and Allie's passionate kiss in the rain from The Notebook.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, our listener Nate and his date Meg swapping saliva in front of the Street Fighter video game.
Hey.
That's the sound of their tongues punching each other in the mouth.
Oh, who's winning?
That was
I think I'd watch that movie.
That's what my 12-year-old dreams were made of, anyway.
But one of our listeners, Nate, had a nice dinner date with a girl named Meg, followed by a little arcade action. But afterwards, she's been blowing him off, and he wants to know why. So, Nate, how you feeling before we call her?
I'm feeling really good, honestly. I mean, I hate to say this, but I'm thinking she could be the one.
Whoa! Is this because you met at a wedding?
That was a lot.
That's pretty quick.
We just didn't get that sense from the, talking to you a second ago.
No, I really love.
Love her.
Whoa, you just said it again.
Dude.
I mean, I love being with her.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Back it
So
up.
now I'm starting to think the reason she's not calling you is maybe you came on too strong.
Yeah.
Look, I never say anything like that in front of her. I'm just feeling really positive.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there's a lot riding on this now, so
Yeah.
don't screw it up.
It makes me want to make out in front of a Street Fighter machine, though, if I'm going to get those types of feelings.
That's what I'm worried. I need to bring a machine around with me.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, not at all.
It's getting
I think,
worse.
we all need to stop talking and just call up Meg and figure out what's going on. You ready, man?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to dial her number right now.
Hello.
Hey, I'm looking for Meg.
This is Maggie. Who's calling?
Maggie? Oh, is Mag? Was he saying Mag?
Do you go by Meg ever?
My friends call me Meg, but I don't know who you are.
Oh,
awkward.
That
well,
makes sense.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Magatha.
Yeah.
Well,
Can we call you that?
I mean, hopefully we can
Very
be
formal.
friends after we're done with this, but we're calling on behalf of one of our listeners who went out on a date with you recently.
Okay, again, still awkward. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's awkward. We know
That's pretty par for the course with these. We're doing something called the second date. It's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show for help, and we'll reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why. And so the listener that we're calling for, his name is Nate.
Oh, yeah. I know Nate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like Nate? Or maybe I should just say, how do you feel about Nate?
I mean, Nate's a funny guy.
That's good. Funny guys are likable.
Yeah, we did speak with Nate a little bit earlier, and he told us all about how you guys met. He told us about your dinner date and going to the arcade together, and he said there was even a kiss that you guys had at the end of the night. So from our end, it all sounded pretty good. He's a little bit confused why afterwards you're not calling him back, though.
I mean, he's a nice guy and all, and we did have a pretty fun date. I just wasn't sure. I'm not sure how to proceed. I'm not really sure if I want to pursue it. So that's why I've just kind of been radio silent. I just don't want to give the wrong impression or the wrong idea to him.
Can I ask, because he did mention that you told him that the bride of the wedding said that he was trouble. Is that what you're referring to? I mean, is it just because of something she told you?
I don't want to embarrass him because, like I said, he's a nice guy. He's a funny dude.
Well, he probably wants to know. Like, if somebody was saying stuff behind your back, you know, warning people about you, you'd want to know what they were saying.
And to defend a little bit, a lot of time rumors are exactly that. It could be not even true.
Yeah, totally.
This isn't a rumor. This was like 100% true. I saw it with my own eyes.
Oh, facts.
You saw it?
So she warned you.
What
What
happened?
did you see?
At first, when she was like, you know, you got to be cautious. I'm like, oh my God, is he a criminal? Does he have a record?
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It may be worse, depending just how you look at it.
Really?
Worse?
But she told me that he loves to dance, but he is terrible. Like, he's a terrible dancer, but just doesn't, like, he's so oblivious about how bad he is.
Oh, I don't think there could be, like, dude, if people love to dance, like, just let him dance. Who cares if he looks like an idiot
But
out
do you
there?
want to date that person?
Yeah, do you want to be next to them?
But you know what? That person is so fun at a party. Like, everybody loves that person, no matter how terrible they are.
Let me guess, Brooke is that person. Everyone loves them. I promise.
So you saw him dance at the wedding before you said yes to a date.
But the difference is Brooke knows that she's like a mediocre dancer. The bride says that he's oblivious to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you said yes after you saw him dance at the wedding.
I didn't really see him dancing that much at the wedding because there's a lot going on. You know, a lot of people are dancing.
True.
Yeah.
So wait, when did you see him dance then?
So we went, obviously, you know, we went to an arcade bar. And, of course, they had Dance Revolution.
DDR!
There we go.
Dude.
This is a whole new realm of dancing. This is next level.
Yeah. But nobody looks good when they do DDR.
No.
They look like idiots. I mean, it's just like step, 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 step.
Oh, my God. Like, when he saw it, he was like a little kid in a candy store. He's like, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, we have to play. So for the next, like, 20, 30 minutes, he is just, like, going to town.
Oh, no.
Was he so sweaty? He was like one of those sweaty DDR.
He's holding onto the bar.
It was just so bad. Like, he just kept getting these really low scores, and he's like, I don't understand what's happening.
He's not even doing well.
So wait, you just sat there and watched him do this for 20 to 30 minutes?
Machine's like, low score.
I felt like people are looking. I felt awkward. How do you tell someone, like, maybe we should stop? Like, at one point I went to the bar to replenish my drink. And he's like, oh, no, like, you go. You get yourself another drink. He's like, I don't want to lose my game.
I don't want to lose.
But he was already losing.
There's like a bunch of kids in line, like, excuse me, sir.
I can do better than that.
Yeah, I'll defend a bad dancer forever, but that, I mean, it's almost like borderline rude.
Yeah,
like, he's ignoring you for 30 minutes.
I don't think he probably didn't even realize that he was doing that. But I think maybe we could find out by asking him because, Meg, I need to tell you, or sorry, excuse me, Maggie. I know we're not friends yet.
Yeah.
Maggie, I need to let you know.
Well, now I feel like we are.
Well, Nate's been on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
Oh. Oh, God.
Yeah, I am on the other line. And I will say that you were getting some terrible scores yourself.
Oh, wow. That's what you start with?
Why are you being defensive, dude?
You don't need to come in like that.
Because we ragged on his DDR skills. The claws are going to come out.
That's it.
I mean, I don't even take it that seriously. Like, I wasn't upset about getting low scores. Like, you were devastated that you were getting low scores on Dance Revolution. Like, there's a big difference.
I don't know. I mean, you're acting like you should be on Dancing with the Stars or something, and that's not the case.
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not. I don't think I should be on Dancing with the Stars. I'm not saying I'm a great dancer.
Oh my God. I don't even think that matters. I think what matters is you were more concentrated on this game for a half an hour than your date. You sent her to the bar by yourself to get her own drink.
I don't think it did. Well, let's set the record straight. I am a great dancer. All right.
Okay. Your score on the game would beg to differ. But
that game was a pile of
Okay.
then why are you sitting there playing for half an hour?
One of the sensors is broken, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I think we're learning a lot more about
I'm going to tell you something. It definitely wasn't broken because the person who, like, went right before him before this whole thing started got a really high score.
Oh.
It's because he works there, okay? He's on there all the time. He knows the sensor's not working right. He knows how to use it.
Oh, okay.
I think we're missing the point of this call. I thought you wanted to go out with her again. Remember how much you like her?
You
Tell
really
her that.
like her.
Yes.
Well, she doesn't seem to like my dancing. I mean, now what?
And it's not even just about the dancing anymore. It's just about the delusion right now that I'm listening to.
Okay,
but
Delusion? I'm a great dancer. There's nothing delusional about that.
So to be clear, if he had scored higher on the Dance Dance Revolution game, then you would be interested.
I don't think any score would really impress me. I mean, the fact of the matter is I was pretty much ignored for such a good amount of time. I just really don't understand, like, how you could ignore your date to just try to get the highest score possible and not realize, like, when you're constantly failing. Like,
you know how angry I am right now? I'm going to send videos of me dancing so you can see how good of a dancer I am. Okay?
I'm going to block your number right now.
Stop, you guys,
Send them to
stop.
us. I want to see them.
Listen, and don't take so much offense. You know, dancing's like art. It's in the eye of the beholder.
No. Look, man, if I was you, I would not listen to Brooke. She's a really, really bad dancer. I would just stop the dancing altogether and focus on the relationship. If you guys have a connection, that's what we need to be focusing on.
There is no relationship. There's no connection. There's nothing. Like, I'm done. I just...
Well, hold on. But before you're done, I do need to ask you if you would like to go out on another date with Nate.
No.
We'll pay for
No.
it. No
Terribly
dancing.
timed.
There won't be any dancing.
I don't think anything can stop Nate from
You can't guarantee that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who knows? He could take me to a restaurant, and next thing I know, there's a dance floor opening up.
Oh, no.
You would be so lucky if the dance floor opened up in the middle of a restaurant and we were there.
Oh, it would be a sign
I
from
need
God.
to see you dance.
Yeah, Nate, you will find your dancing partner. I just don't think it's Maggie.
I have to say, you guys really blew it for me.
Oh,
you know?
What?
Honest.
Hold on.
I'm the one that was fighting for you, dude.
Yeah.
We're the professionals.
Yeah, we're the professionals at blowing it.
Yeah. No.
That's why maybe we should rename this segment Blowing It with Brooke and Jeffrey.
Hey, I
That
like
is,
that.
it will get a lot of Google clicks.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So text in to 78592. If you have a promising love interest, call us and we'll find a way to blow it for you.
There are certain things you should never ask somebody on a first date. You probably don't want to ask about politics. You don't want to ask them if they were to suddenly go missing, would anybody look for them?
Yeah, thank you.
And you probably don't want to ask them how much money they make. And that's the problem that Jake made, who's on the phone for a second date right now. He went out with a girl named Melanie. They met at a car wash, had dinner together, and he thinks that he screwed it all up because at a certain point, he asked her how much money she made. And from that point on, the date went downhill. She left. She did end up giving him a kiss on the cheek, but she hasn't talked to him since. All right, Jake, we're about to call her and find out if that is the reason. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Oh, my God. That was a heavy breathing.
It sounds like you're
Are you
more than
doing
ready.
okay?
Sounds like you actually finished. We haven't even got into the second date yet.
You don't even need it.
Yeah. Are you good now, or are we
right,
going to
you
still make the
guys.
phone call?
Yeah, no, come on.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you sound nervous. That's how I took that.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I think that you're going to be able to apologize to her and she's going to understand. You just stick to the "you made me so nervous" part, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and finish up whatever you're doing before you start talking to her,
my
'cause that will
gosh.
creep her out, all right? But just put your phone on mute while we talk to her so you're not making weird noises in the background, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Melanie, please?
This is she.
Hey, Melanie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
You don't know what that is, do you?
No, what's up?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning is a radio show.
Well, yeah, I figured that, but who are you? What's going on?
I'm Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay, well, I'll explain. A second date is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you from a dude named Jake.
Okay.
You know Jake?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So Jake told us about your date.
Mm-hmm.
And he also told us that you're not answering his phone calls or text messages or anything and is wondering why you're blowing him off.
Am I supposed to tell you why?
Would love it if you would. So would Jake. He actually
be
wants to know the answer.
This is kind of weird, but that's fine. I'll tell you.
Okay.
This is easy.
So he told you we met at this car wash place.
Yeah, he told us all about that. He thinks the reason you're not calling him back is because he asked about how much money you made.
Oh.
He said that was the like moment everything changed. Like you went from being interested to being totally put off.
Oh, okay. I don't think it was that moment, although that was a weird one as well.
So what was it?
So Jake seemed really nice at the car wash, but I don't know, he's really not my type.
How so?
Did he tell you he's originally from Spain and he just moved over here
No.
not too long ago?
We talked to him, and I heard an accent, but we didn't ask about where he was from or anything.
Okay, so he's originally from Spain, and...
That sounds pretty sexy to me.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, except he went on and on, like almost immediately from the beginning of our date. He went on and on complaining that, like, ever since he got here, that he's like not been able to hook up with women, and he's so frustrated that American women are so uptight and they should be more. I'm not kidding you. He goes into this thing like, we need to be more free. We need to be more sexual.
Is it weird that I'm like, he kind of has a point? I don't know. Like, we are kind of a prudish country.
I understand that. But this is a first date, and it's the first topic of conversation he's going to bring up. Yeah. And it was in the creepiest way. Like, all the red flags. All of them.
I guess it's weird to complain that you've moved to a country and are having trouble getting laid.
Yeah.
When you're on a date.
Well,
I mean, it's not like you're hanging out with a buddy. You're like, man, I can't hook up with a girl. But you're like, hey, you want to go out for dinner? By the way, nobody will have sex with me here. That's weird.
But it wasn't even like you just said that very casually. Okay, that's a very casual thing to say in a conversation and be mature about. But he was like smarmy gross about it.
Was it the way he was talking? Was it his body language? Could you point to one specific thing that made him schmarmy?
All of the above.
All of it.
He would go into this like, it was almost like a pitch. Like, back in my home in Spain, women would throw themselves at the floor to me. Like, he was a king or something. It was so gross. I just can't even.
You can't, like, chalk it up to cultural differences.
I'm sure part of it is that, but like I said, there's a way to have a conversation about that without making it creepy and weird. It was weird. I wish you could have done that. I really do. I really do. Because I've been around like creepy dudes. I've never felt this uncomfortable.
Really?
It was just, you just have like this feeling, this instinct. I can't really describe it. And it was just like, I shouldn't be here. I gotta go.
Okay.
Well, that's not good.
You probably don't want to be here either, Melanie, because Jake is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, my. Okay. He's listening right now?
Unless he hung up. Jake, are you still there?
I am.
Oh. Okay.
So, is it my accent?
No, Jake, I think it was the fact that you were talking about not being able to hook up with American chicks.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, it's a date.
You're on a date, you know?
It's just, in America, we don't talk about sleeping with other people when on a first date.
That's what I mean. I don't understand why you guys are so uptight about, sex, everything, In Spain, it's very natural to talk about those things, whether in a first date or you're home with your mom or your grandmother. It's all very free.
Your grandmother.
Grandma, when is the last time you had sex?
I like his liberated point of view in terms of it's natural, everyone does it. Mm-hmm. But, are you hearing what she said about being uncomfortable?
I got to say, I was very surprised. I was very shocked. Spain women love all that kind of talk. Please accept my apologies. I'm a very sexual person. I'm very free when it comes to that. I was hoping maybe you'd be in the same way and not so, antiquada, like an antique kind of thing,
Listen, I think most people are sexual beings. It's part of our human nature, but there's a respectful way to do it. And you cross those lines immediately. Like, I have no interest in seeing you. I don't even know.
Really, Melanie?
Wait, so are we kind of like lost in translation kind of thing? Because if I was alone with you, I would do things to you that you can't even think of, I treat you like my princesa.
My princesa!
No. Did you hear what I just said? It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. You're not being a respectful human being.
Melanie, I think you're being a little too uptight. Maybe that glass of tequila will help you calm down a little bit and come on a second date with me.
Okay.
I mean, if you were to give him like some tips on how, if he got to redo it, I mean, what would you want him to do differently next time?
Be a different person?
Well, I don't know.
That might be kind of tough to do.
Man, you got to free yourself up. You're like in a cell. You're obstructing yourself from liberations and freedom of sex, whether it's with men or women or both at the same time or multiple.
Whatever. Just get after it, huh?
I was just trying to help.
I'll be fine without you, thanks.
Are you sure, Melanie? Would you like to go out with Jake on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I didn't see that coming at all.
Melanie, I mean, fine. Look, I get it. I understand. You're not as sexually liberated as I am. You're not as sexually free as I am. But maybe you can guide me in the right direction? Or might you have some friends that are more sexually liberated than yourself?
What? Now he's going to ask to meet my friends. You guys.
Well, it's a little frustrating because no one will sleep with me here.
Come on, Melanie, can you hook him up? You have any friends that might sleep with Jake since he's having trouble?
I think I'm going to save all my friends the headache and just say, no, absolutely not.
Well, all right. So, Melanie, thank you for your time, Jake. I'm sorry no second date, but, you know, we do have a lot of American women who listen to this show. Is there any last-minute plea you'd like to put out to them?
Yeah, to all the beautiful women out there, a mí me gusta complacer mucho a las mujeres. ¿Tú me entiendes? You know, I love to please women, and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
I actually
Well, with that Spanish you just dropped right there, Jake, done. I'll sleep with you.
Yeah.
It's good. We're good.
Okay, thank you, but if there's any women that are interested,
Well, send them your way, Jake. Take care, man. I didn't think people met anybody at a car wash since like the 70s, but apparently I was wrong. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning because Jake is on the phone. Apparently that's where he met the girl that he wants to call today. He met her at a car wash. Not a lot of car wash parties in current day, but Jake, what's up? How are you?
how you doing?
Pretty good. So you met, what's her name?
Melanie.
Melanie. You met Melanie at the car wash?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I'll be honest with you. I was driving, and then I saw this fundraiser car wash, and there was a lot of pretty girls out there washing their cars, and I thought,
Okay,
you know what?
Oh, so you saw a charity car wash and you wanted to perv out for a bit.
Wait, hold on. This isn't like a high school cheerleading squad, right? Because those are the only people I ever see doing charity car
No.
washes.
At least they didn't look like that. They looked, overage. They looked legal.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Again,
So they
this
look
is like a
legal.
qualification
So you
for
figured
me.
you'd pull in there and really do some detective work and figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really need a car wash, but, it was like a good excuse to get in there and then talk to some ladies.
Okay, well, the lady that you want us to call Melanie, she's legal or she's a cheerleader in high school?
Well, here's the thing, though. I went in there and I told them I want to get my car washed. So as I tried to talk to the few ladies that were there, they were all too busy, so no one's paying attention to me. So I went and I sat down, waiting for my car to get washed, and then I met Melanie.
Now, was she washing cars or was she also getting her car washed?
No, she was waiting. She was waiting for her car as well.
Okay, so you just struck up a conversation with her.
I sat down next to her. I was kind of like bummed out on my phone, and then she's like, "Oh, there's some really nice shoes you got." So I turn around and I look at her. I was like, "Wow, this girl's gorgeous."
Okay.
So I just started talking to her, and we got off on a good start. We had a nice conversation, and I asked her for her number. Let's have dinner.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm guessing you guys went out and had dinner?
Yeah.
All right, how was it?
I thought it was going great, but I guess I said something that she have said because the vibe just like completely turned around after that.
What did you ask her?
We were just talking, trying to get to know each other, and I was like, "Hey, so what do you make a year?"
What?
You asked,
Why would you
asked her
ask
her
that?
salary?
Dude,
That's like something you don't ask anybody, really.
Well, that's exactly what she said. So the whole vibe just kind of went yeah.
So wait, how far into the date when you asked that?
Half an hour, 40 minutes. But we were talking about our jobs, and it just felt so kind of natural to ask, what do you make a year?
Do you
Well,
live
that's
in this
never,
country?
it's never
Because-
natural and it's never okay to ask somebody that.
I mean, it's kind of like the unwritten thing that you don't.
You wonder, but you don't ask.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even uncomfortable sometimes for me to ask my husband how much money he makes.
Yeah, and I tried to make it better by telling her how much I made. I was like, okay, you know mine. Well, what's yours? And nothing. She wouldn't say anything. She would just look at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, you kind of are.
I'm like, come on, it was just a question. I was nervous. I didn't know what else to talk about. I just wanted to keep the conversation going. So that's the first thing I thought.
All right.
How are you going to continue that conversation? Either like a good for you or a let me give you some tips on how to make more. Like, do you make a lot of money yourself? Like when you told her your number, is it normal? Is it impressive? Where are we at?
Now you're asking, Brooke.
I mean, we're talking about it.
Well, it's decent.
Okay. All right. So it's just an okay salary. It's not like you're trying to be like, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah. I mean, like, come on. I drive a Nissan Versa.
Okay. All right.
So I think that's okay then, like, because it could have come off as you being braggadocious, but like you weren't able to recover ever?
I was trying, but I don't know. It's just she wasn't really taking anything I was saying. So I don't know. I mean, I really think I messed it up.
Well, how did you end things with her?
Well, I paid for dinner. Then she gave me a kiss on the cheek. I was hoping for a little bit more, but based on my behavior, I guess I got what I deserve.
Yeah, it's a pretty rude question, man.
I've been calling her, trying to text her, but nothing, no text, no call, no.
Maybe she doesn't make enough and her cell phone bill got turned off. Her cell phone got turned off. You never know.
Have you had a chance to apologize to her?
No. But if you guys can help me out, I would definitely give her my best apology. Maybe I can get a second date.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, all right?
Thank you.
All right.
Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
There are 3 words that every guy can say and no woman can resist it. I am... well, I guess it's 4 words. Okay. I am a musician. Yep. Hear that sound right there? That's the sound of thousands of panties hitting the ground as soon as I said it. And that's what Lance is. Lance is apparently a musician. Okay, stop it, ladies. Right. Stop it.
We can hear you.
Lance, what's up, dude? How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
I'm good. I read your email about the date that you went on. The girl's name is Eliza?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and your email said that you invited her to a show.
I did.
Oh, you sly dog, you.
How'd you meet her?
Well, I mean, I don't mean to, not embarrass myself, but I met her on Tinder like all of us do.
Yes. Is your Tinder profile pic you playing a guitar?
Not a guitar, but a banjo.
Oh, you are switch it up, bro.
So even worse, you're like hipster dude, aren't you?
Hey, man, if I got a couple of plaids in my closet, it's not my fault.
All right. So you met her on Tinder, and you guys started talking on Tinder. How long before you guys actually went out?
It was a couple of days because we started talking, and first I was really attracted to her because she's so her picture is very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So I invited her to a show because usually that's a great way to kind of start off a good old date,
God, I wish I could sing or play an instrument, man. I would constantly be like, yeah, come check out my show. Oh, hey, yeah.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's easier that way because it's something I'm comfortable doing, instead of acting trying to make conversation. At least I can do something that, I'm passionate about.
But how much time do you have at a show to actually get to know someone and go on a date with them? I feel like that's just you inviting her to show off.
Yeah, right?
Usually before my set, basically we got a drink before I went on.
Okay.
And we got to talking because it's the lull before the show actually happens. So we had some time to get to know each other.
After you were done with the drink before you went to perform, did you say, Daddy's got to work, I'll be right back?
And maybe I should use that next time.
Do not. Oh, gosh, do not. So did she seem into you when you guys met, the first meeting at the bar?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, you've always got that like awkward internet meeting sort of thing where you're like, is it you? Oh, there you go. And like, number one, she is gorgeous. She has an amazing body, which, that's my type.
Yeah.
But even more than that, like, we had a good time and we laughed a bunch. And she had this really like adorable laugh. I was really into it. We had some jokes and like told some like basic stories. And then I had to go play my set. Like not too long of a time, 45 minutes, an hour.
Okay. Was she there after? Did she stay after, or did she hate your music and leave?
No, she stayed. Hey man, I try to keep it, I'm not too experimental, so, music's all right. So this is embarrassing, but like she stayed after I finished playing, and there was a lot of people who kind of wanted to like meet and greet and like talk, and people come like fans and things like that.
Yeah.
But the worst part was like 75% of those people who like kept me from hanging out were like some gals trying to get,
Oh, yeah.
Get in your pants. Just say it. Who doesn't want a hot banjo player?
I don't know what it is, but a banjo player who also plays a good guitar now and then is a little irresistible, I guess. I don't know. But either way, there were a bunch of gals looking pretty sort of, puppy dog-eyed at me and like,
oh, yeah.
I don't want to be a and leave.
Yeah.
But all these people are there, and she came up to me and said something like, I see you're busy, and I didn't want her to go. I was like, no, I promise I'll just get rid of these people. We can get a drink somewhere else. And like at that moment, this gal came up to me and just handed me her phone number.
Uh-oh.
And Eliza was like, you know what, you're busy, I gotta go. And she left.
No.
Did you say anything about the phone number, or did you like throw it down in front of her and be like, oh,
No.
God, I hate
I
this?
will not take this.
You can't do that. You can't be like, hey, I sounded like I had my foot in my mouth the whole time. It's like, it's not what you think.
But didn't you expect this? I mean, I assume that this happens at the end of every show. Like,
well, it happens, sure, but like this night just seemed to be like a lot of people flooding me, and it just was like the perfect storm,
Oh, great.
It's like the one night you invite a girl to come watch you perform, every single girl that wants to hook up with you after the show is in attendance.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some people would think that's like a great problem to have, but in my case, it was a really not so great thing.
I will say, I mean, I think musicians are hot and everything, and especially for one-night stands, but if I was looking for a relationship with a person, I would be tentative. I mean, you guys have a stereotype of not being super faithful, and there's a reason for it.
Totally. I totally get that. But really, that's not my vibe. I want to meet someone that's like, we can have a really cool thing together and like have a relationship. And I know there's like the stereotype of like the rock star who's knocking boots with everyone in the audience. But I wanted to kind of introduce her to the stuff that I'm really passionate about, and like maybe that would lead into something else.
So you want to tell her that the only boots you want to knock are hers.
Hey, man, there's a song in that,
Hey, maybe you should write it.
I want your boots.
After she left, after you were getting swarmed by people, how long has it been since you talked to her?
It's been like 3 days, and I feel like a total loser, but I'll be honest with you guys. I've been texting her like every day, trying to kind of tell her that I'm still into this, but I haven't heard back from her.
Wow.
And what do you say in your text messages? Are you apologetic or?
Yeah, I mean, I told her that I know what it looked like, but it's not that. I'm trying to like make jokes, and then I'm just telling her that like the time we had before I played the set was really awesome, and I'd like to get to know her better.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update. All right?
Okay.
All right, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update. And that is the sultry sound of Spanish guitar. Why am I playing that? Because Lance is on the phone with us. And Lance wants to do a second date update today. He's a musician. He met a girl named Eliza on Tinder and invited her to come check out his show. She went, and then after, he was bombarded with sexy ladies who wanted a piece of Lance. And he wasn't able to hang out with Eliza, so she said, hey, I gotta go. Maybe we can hang out again. And she hasn't answered any of his phone calls. He thinks that's the reason why, because after his set, he was really busy talking to fans, most of whom were female, and it might have turned her off. All right, Lance, are you ready to give her a call?
I totally am, yes.
And that one fan that gave you her phone number while your date was standing there, you didn't call that girl too, right?
No, I didn't do that.
Make sure.
Yet. If this doesn't work out for you, you might have to give her a call.
Okay.
All right.
That's a yes from him.
At least hopefully, I can clear this all up, and apologize. I feel terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and get her on the phone and find out if that is the problem.
Hello.
Hi, is Eliza there?
This is.
Hey, Eliza, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Do you have a second to talk about something? We do have a listener to our show who knows you and asked us if we could get you on the phone to ask you a couple questions.
You know, I'm not interested. I'm not really interested.
What if I say the name Lance?
Lance?
Yeah, he's a musician. You guys met on Tinder. You went to his show.
Yeah. Wow, you know a lot.
I do. I know a lot because we talked to Lance, and Lance told us about how you guys met, and he also told us that you're not calling him back and he wants to see you again. So he asked us if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're not getting back to him.
Interesting.
Was it too much? Like you were a little overwhelmed with all the attention he got at the end of the show?
Wow, he told you about that too. Okay. He's told you a lot.
Yeah. Well, we talked to him about your date. He told us he really liked you, by the way. But he says that he thinks you might have been turned off because after he was done performing, there were a lot of girls talking to him and he didn't really have time to pay enough attention to you.
Yeah, I mean, that didn't really work out. That was kind of rude.
He seemed sincerely sorry for putting you in that position, though.
Well, I mean, you have to have fans, right? I totally get it. You're a musician. You have to have a fan base in order to do well.
Right.
But it's just all of his fans were girls, so there's that.
So you're saying that he's getting a fan base by flirting with women, and
That's what I witnessed, so.
You don't think they just liked him because of his music?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they definitely liked him because of his music. I mean, after a few songs, I could definitely notice a bit of a trend. Every single one of his songs is about a different girl. Like, every single one has a different name in it.
Really?
Different girls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it's all sexual stuff, or?
I mean, no, it's not all sexual. I mean, like, some of it's, like, emotional, oh, my heart's breaking, all that stuff. Like, there was one, I think it was called Mandy's Eyes, I think was one of them.
Mandy's Eyes?
Oh, he's, like, actually naming the song after women?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And the next song was about someone named Lucy, and then there was a Zoe at one point, and I was like, it's kind of impressive that he could, like, fit Zoe into a song.
Was he giving background like, this is for the girl Zoe who broke my heart into a million pieces right after Lucy broke it before?
Yeah, but like he would be very vague about it, so it would be more like, this is the time when I felt like my heart got ripped out of my chest. So, but like the first time or something, you know what I mean? So you wouldn't like talk specifically about that girl, but then you'd go into the song and you'd be like, oh, okay. So another one.
Yeah, but I mean, Taylor Swift does that, and she makes billions and billions of dollars. I mean, that's kind of what a lot of artists do.
Right, but like, I don't know that she's surrounded by like boys at the end of the night who are giving her their numbers. True.
Everybody's trying to be the next Lucy or Mandy with him.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I couldn't tell if he was talking about a previous relationship or a current one or like a fling he had. And Lord knows I don't want to become a subject of one of his songs.
No.
Hey, Eliza, thank you for being honest with us and telling us what happened on your date. I appreciate it.
Yeah, totally. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I must be honest with you at this point and let you know that Lance is actually listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Lance is on the other line and he wants to talk to you.
Like, are you kidding me right now?
No. Lance, are you there or did you go away?
I'm here. Hey, Eliza. I'm sorry that it has to be this way, but, I mean, this is the only way I could do it because you wouldn't respond to any of my texts or calls or anything. I thought we had a great time, you know?
Yeah, sure. We had a great time in the beginning. We were laughing, joking around, but, you know, I was trying to be nice and thank you at the end of the night. But do you know that one of the groupie girls elbowed me aside, digged her elbow right into my rib? And I'm not joking you. I'm not joking you when I tell you she said, back off, honey. I'm getting into Lance's pants tonight.
Way to go.
Wow, Lance.
I kind of want to high five him for some reason.
Nice, dude.
I'm sorry, Eliza.
Well, that doesn't. Okay, number one, doesn't happen very often like that. It just seemed like a perfect storm. And two, I didn't get into anybody's pants that night. I went and had a milkshake by myself, and then I went home.
Oh, a typical artist, something an artist would say.
I mean, that's fine. Good for you. I'm not, you could have got laid probably like 50 times that night if you wanted to. So it's not.
If I wanted to, but I didn't. I really thought we had a great time before, and I'm sorry that it had to happen that way. And I know it looked really terrible. I know that it looked really stupid, and I can only imagine that you felt, how you felt, and you left. But I just wanted to have another chance and show you that, A, that's not what happens all the time, and two, I think we could have something cool and special, and I'd just like another chance.
Lance, come on. Every single one of your song references a different girl you've been with. Who is Backdoor Jen, by the way?
Backdoor Jen? That sounds like a song we all want to hear.
Well, hold on. Backdoor Jen? That song is a total joke. That song is a joke song, and if you've been to,
how is it supposed to know it was a joke? Every single song you sang had a different girl's name in it. Every single one. It wasn't just the groupie situation that turned me off. That was the icing on the cake. It was the song. I just don't want to be another notch in your belt. I respect myself more.
I don't want you to be another notch on my belt. I want to get to know who you are. I want to have a good time with you.
Eliza, how could you not believe him? And all of his actions back up what he's saying.
Well, it's just what he's saying, right? I don't know for a fact that he didn't go home with anyone else.
True.
But why are you so worried about it? You just met him. Give him another chance.
Yeah, and I know it's taking a risk, but I guess I'm just asking you to take that risk,
Or what? I'm going to be in one of your songs if I don't take that risk?
I mean, come on. I don't write a song about every girl I ever dated. But okay, if I ever get a second date with you, I promise you I will never write a song about you.
Hey!
Eliza, would you like to go out with Lance again? We'll pay for a second date.
Yeah.
Before you answer that question, I've been going out of my mind, and I wrote you a little something. Okay?
Oh, nice.
That's cute.
Are you kidding me? This is...
Is that all right, guys, if I play a little tune?
I go for it.
I'm sure this isn't the first time you've done it. Let's hear it.
Flowers I'd like to surprise you. And I've been longing so long that I just wrote you a song, man.
I kind of like it, Eliza.
Oh, Eliza, and I don't mean to be a shyster. All right. But them other gals, they crumble down my Eliza.
Wow. Eliza.
You have to say yes, Eliza. That is adorable.
Will you
want to date him.
go out with him again? That wasn't a bad song about you. It was just saying that he wants to go out again.
Yeah, he misses you.
Come on. I promise I will never play it ever again.
Say yes.
I will give you one more date, but we cannot go to one of your shows.
Yes.
I pick where we go.
All right. Awesome, you two.
Got a lot to make up for.
Congratulations, you guys. I think, Eliza, you made the right choice. Lance, good work on getting a second date.
Oh, thank you, brother. You
Yeah.
guys helped me out so much.
Hey, can you help us out now that the second date is over? Would you mind singing us a real quick song to get us out of this whole thing?
A real quick song?
Yeah, just like something to get us out of the second date update would be awesome.
All right, great. Hold on just one second. It's done.
This date is happening. Thank you, Brooke and Jubal. We got ourselves a second date, and that's all right, so thanks.
I love it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I think you guys just talked to the male Taylor Swift. Talking about today's second date update. This guy named Lance, who's a guitar player and a musician, wanted to call a girl named Eliza. Their first date was at one of his shows. He said, come check out my show. and she was there and she watched it. And he said after the show, a lot of girls approached him like they always do because apparently he's hot and he can sing.
Yeah.
So women
so
seem
jealous.
to like that. I am
I know,
very,
he's, like,
very
bitter.
jealous.
Whatever, we
Very
get
jealous
it.
of me. Yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, you're sexy and you can sing and whatever. But she didn't want to call him back because apparently all of his songs are about other women.
And their titles are even women's names.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to sing about love in general, but very specific.
So she was scared she would be the subject of one of his songs, and
But
she
she
didn't
also
want to date him.
Probably wants it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you don't want to be a song subject, but on the other hand, that'd be kind of cool.
That's how it works. Me and Jubal, I take girls to comedy shows, and afterwards we always do meet and greets, and it kind of backfires. Like, girls are like, oh my God, you talked to all these girls, and they're like, but I'm going home with you.
Yeah.
Like, they like that.
Or they're like, I hope you never write a joke about me when you date them. And they're like, so did you talk about me on stage?
Yeah, right?
All right.
God, you guys
He
are-
ended up actually getting a second date, though, because he sang her a song in the second date update, and that wooed her. And she was like, all right, I'll give you another shot.
He was darling. I'm sorry. I would have fallen for that in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of people are texting in at 78592 saying they want dates with this guy.
Yeah.
If you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move it 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
There are a lot of dating websites out there. Match, Plenty of Fish, singlebeagles.com.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a dating website for beagles.
Okay.
But nobody can beat good old-fashioned mom setting you up on a date.
Oh, Mom is the
my
original.
God.
Mom is the original dating website. Why is there a website where mothers can match their kids up? There should be mommatch.com
I
or
think you
something like
just
that.
stumbled upon $1 million idea.
Okay. Everybody forget I said that.
Yeah, except nobody wants to sign up for that except for moms.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Eugene is on the phone right now, and apparently he got set up on a date by his mom. What's up, Eugene?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh my
Not
gosh.
much.
Does your mom actually have good taste for you?
Yeah, she's great. She sets me up all the time.
What? I've never heard of the good
How does
taste part.
And how is your mom meeting so many women your age?
She works in a big office. You know, she looks out for me.
Okay.
So anytime they hire somebody who's around your age, she just walks up to them and like puts them through the ringer to see if they're material to date her son, huh?
Yeah, basically, and she's way more successful at getting me dates than I am.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
That's a good or a bad thing?
yeah,
Well-
you got a pimp for a mom. Good for you.
Tell us about the girl she set you up with this time. What's her name?
Her name was Diana.
Diana. It was Diana.
Yeah, it is. I
Oh,
don't know. I mean, she's, you know, well I'll
She's
get
still
to it.
with us.
All right. Her
She's
name's
still alive, I hope.
her name is Diana. And what'd you do with Diana?
Well, she said we'd meet at my place before the date, and we never left. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Wait, hold up. Is that what your mom is hoping for you as well? Is she wanting you to score like that?
My mom just wants grandchildren. She doesn't care how it happens.
Okay.
It's like, even if it's a
I
mistake
understand
from
that
a drunken night of hanging out at your house, it's fine.
Dude, there are so many times my mother said to me, now, if you did accidentally get pregnant, that would be fine.
Yeah.
I'm here to take care of them.
Yeah, she's the only one who doesn't want him to be
Right.
safe, right?
So you guys ended up just staying at your place. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I must have been really on my game that night.
Okay. Well, tell us about it. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, she was really cool because she didn't look like a lot of those girls you see on the internet.
What does that mean?
Yeah. I see a lot of different kinds of girls on the internet. Yeah. What?
What do internet girls look like?
I mean, Diana's boobs were just a little smaller, but she's still super cute, you know?
Wait, are you watching like a ton of adult videos on the internet? What?
Did that come out wrong? Or?
No, I just mean in general, you know, the girls on the internet.
Okay.
That is so creepy.
So she looked a little different than the other girls that you see all the time on the internet.
And her only descriptor is the size of her boobs so far.
Well, we know what kind of stuff you're looking at on the internet. That's all. What else did you like about her?
She was just easy to talk to, and if the weather was bad that night, so we kind of stayed in and did a lot of fun stuff together.
Like what?
We looked at some old photo albums, then we ordered Chinese food, played some Yahtzee. It was fun.
Did she think it was fun? Because if she's flipping through your baby books, chances are pretty good she was not having a great time with that.
She seemed to be laughing. I don't know. She seemed pretty good. It seemed like things were going pretty well, because then after a little while, I made my move. I waited till she went to the bathroom, and then I put something risque on the TV.
I don't want to know.
That's your move?
And that worked?
What?
What? Yeah.
No.
So she came out of the bathroom and there's a porn playing in your living room?
No, not a porn. Come on.
Oh, good.
No.
Okay. What did you put on the TV that's risque to try to get her in the mood?
Game of Thrones, there's always nudity in that.
That is true. There's a lot of nudity and a lot of weird sex stuff.
Action.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it still.
Oh, you have to watch. Oh, my God. Oh, it's so good. Oh, you got to. Have you not watched? Take off of work tomorrow and watch it. It's amazing.
Oh, my gosh. You sound like you like it a lot.
Well, did it work? Did it get her in the mood?
By the time the first episode ended, it was super late, and she had to leave. At the end, I'm looking forward to binge watching the show with you and binge doing you. So maybe that was a little forward.
Did you really say that?
I'm going to binge you.
Did you really say that?
I meant it as a joke,
Yeah.
We had banter. I was joking, but
Right.
maybe she overthought it.
Well, did she laugh at that joke?
She laughed, but it was like a kind of nervous laugh.
Okay, that sounds like more of like a shocking thing. Like, whoa, did he just say that?
Okay, then.
I from your description, if I was that girl on the date, I would think you were creepy.
Yeah, you were just trying to...
What? Creepy? Why?
I'm going to binge do you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need to know. That's,
Without ever kissing
yeah, without even kissing her. That might have been a bad move, man.
And still, the only way you've described this woman is by her boobs. Like, I know nothing about her other than her boob size.
She smells nice.
Okay.
Again,
So she's
that's
got,
kind of creepy, Eugene.
Boobs are on the smaller side. She smells nice, and apparently she doesn't know how to take a joke about being binge done.
I mean, you guys don't understand. You just had to beat her. It was super funny in the moment. Trust me.
Wow.
All right, man. Well,
Wonder what could have gone wrong.
we will play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you missed the first part of today's second date update, then you haven't met Eugene yet. And Eugene can be summed up in 3 words. He's got game. That's pretty much how you could sum up Eugene, because he told us about his first date with a girl named Diana. They actually just hung out at his house, played a little Yahtzee. It's always the best foreplay. Then he put something on the TV to try to get her in the mood, a little Game of Thrones. Nothing gets people hotter than a little brother and sister action.
Oh my God, is that what happened on Games?
There's some of that in there, yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, everybody's kind of sleeping with everybody in it. It's a pretty crazy thing, but, people get excited over that. And then he ended the date by saying we should binge watch the rest of this together. Oh, and I can binge do you. So, yeah, no idea why Eugene isn't getting a call back from Diana, but we're about to find out.
I know you think your binge do you joke is really funny, and I think it could have been, but it's all about timing, right? Like, you hadn't even kissed her yet.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a funnier joke.
Okay.
If you're not sexually attracted to you, then it's not funny, probably.
Well, we'll find out, Eugene. We'll get her on the phone and see if she thought the joke was funny, and then see if she'll go out with you again, okay?
Play on.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Diana, please?
This is Diana. Who's it?
Hey, what's up, Diana? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey, Diana.
You actually familiar with the show?
Yeah, I love you guys.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thanks.
A lot of times
awesome.
we call for second date updates and people have no idea who we are, so that's refreshing.
Oh, wait. You're calling about second date update?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Who is it? Is it about Dylan?
Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan. I went out with him a couple days ago. Was he asking about me?
Not asking us about you, because no, it's not about Dylan.
Oh, God.
Anybody else you can think of who might want to do a second date update with you?
Is it Eugene?
Yes, sir.
Oh, God.
It's Eugene.
That wasn't as excited as you were about Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eugene's calling about me, okay?
Yep. Eugene told us all about your date, and he said he really liked you, but now you're not getting back to him. So is there a specific reason?
Well, I mean, so he did tell you what happened? Like, he told you what he did and everything?
Yeah, I'll tell you what he told us. He said that you came over there. I guess the weather wasn't that great, so you guys decided to just hang out at his house, played some Yahtzee, watched some Game of Thrones.
Oh, flip through photo albums. Can't forget that highlight
photo
from
albums.
the date.
And then I guess at the end of your date, he made a joke that he told us, and we told him didn't sound like it was that funny, but he said you should come back and binge watch Game of Thrones, and also he's going to binge do you.
Wow, I'm honestly really surprised that he just told you all that. So embarrassing.
Pretty honest guy, I guess.
You're surprised because he should be embarrassed, right?
I mean, yeah, he should be embarrassed, but apparently he's not.
He thought it was a funny joke. Did you not think it was funny?
No.
Yeah.
Did you guys think it was funny?
I will say, I think that he meant it in a lighthearted way, but I also told him he was creepy for it.
Yeah, that's not the only reason why it was creepy.
Oh,
there's more creep. There's more creep to Eugene.
Oh, yeah. I
Thought
mean,
we'd heard it all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all he told us. So
Could you-
what is he missing?
Well, did he tell you what happened during Yahtzee?
No. Did he try to like get you to play strip Yahtzee or something?
Yeah, no. Thank God.
Okay.
So in the middle of Yahtzee, we were playing a good old round of Yahtzee, and then he was like, hold on, and he takes out a camera and goes over to the window and starts videotaping the neighbor's yard across the street.
What?
Okay.
Why? What did he explain?
I mean, I wanted to ask, but I decided I didn't even want to know.
Oh.
Honestly, this was just a favor to his mom. I work with her. I'm sure he told you that.
Yeah. He said that his mom set you guys up.
Yeah, and I like her, and we work together. We see each other every day. But once I got there, I was like, wow, this guy's like a little unstable, and I felt weird being there. And I was just sort of trying to plan how I was going to get out of there.
Okay, but let's get back to the video camera thing.
Uh-huh.
What was he? So he videotapes his neighbor's yard.
I mean, I don't even know. I didn't even ask. That's all I know is that he was videotaping his neighbors.
Weird.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But after that, you stayed for a full episode of Game of Thrones?
I don't know. I just kind of figured I would wait out the episode and get out after that.
All right. Well, Diana, if you've listened to these second date updates before, then you should know that Eugene is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh, you guys, I totally forgot you do that. Oh, no.
Yep. Eugene.
Hey.
No, there's Eugene.
Yeah.
Hi.
Eugene, why are you videotaping your neighbors?
Oh, it's not what you think. It's a total misunderstanding.
Eugene, it sounds creepy, like all the other creepy things you did.
No. Here's what I was doing. I'm close friends with the neighbors, and a little while back, I realized my neighbors, they don't take enough videos of their kids. So I'm putting together a video collage of their kids for them for their upcoming anniversary.
What?
Oh my!
No.
Dude,
You're
Eugene,
watching
that is.
Yeah. Whenever I see the kids playing in the yard, I take out the camera, record it. I'm going to put a soundtrack to it. The neighbors know. They're cool about it. The neighbors know. It's total misunderstanding. It's unfortunate it happened during the date, but that's all it was.
Well, hold up.
It's not a big deal.
You actually had a conversation with your neighbors about this.
Yeah.
So they know that you're videotaping their kids through your window.
Yeah, they think it's a great idea. They're not the best at technology, and I'm really good at computers, so they're happy to have me capture some moments.
Some
Through
moments where
your-
it looks like somebody spied on their
Yeah.
children, like there's no audio, they're kind of far away. Like, I don't know that I believe you, Eugene.
No, we're putting music to it. It's going to be good.
I know, dude. You just said that on the radio. Like, you hear yourself? This is like a perfect example of the creepy level that you live at.
What? I'm doing a nice thing for my neighbors.
No, that's not how you do it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Rob and Sandy, they love it.
Dude, it was the middle of the night and it was raining. Like, that's a terrible time to get video, first of all. And also, so creepy. If kids going from car to house in the middle of the night.
Wait, were the kids in the yard in the dark in the rain? I'm confused
Yeah,
now.
yeah, they were playing in puddles.
No.
I have night vision on my camera. The kids were playing in the
You're
puddles.
videotaping kids with night vision goggles, Eugene?
Yeah, friendship never sleeps. I think you guys are misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think other things never sleep. Eugene,
Are you on the
are
list?
literally have proof that the neighbors are cool with this.
Yeah, I talked to them.
I feel like we need to call the neighbors. Like, I feel like on this one we need to
Yeah, I
step
think we
in.
feel like we need to call a lot of people.
Yeah.
Go ahead, call them. Sandy loves me.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, okay, the video camera aside, let's just bring it back to the date. It just wasn't working for me, like on every level, every step of the way.
So, you don't want to continue Game of Thrones?
I think that might be what she's saying, Eugene, but
Oh, Eugene.
I guess we can check for sure. Diana, would you like to go out with Eugene on a second date? We will pay for
I
it.
would not. I would not.
Okay, you started answering that before I even asked Diane.
Rude.
Listen, Eugene, like, you obviously have this, like, nerdy side to you, which is awesome for somebody. And, like, you know, if you could just bring it down a notch and maybe, like, ask your date if they would like to play Yahtzee or if they would like to watch Game of Thrones, maybe you could hit it off with another fellow nerd and you'd really have a good time. But I am not that person.
Yeah, okay.
I think that you're just going to have to chalk this one up as a loss, man.
Yeah, loss for her.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
You hear that, Diana? You lost.
This is one that I'm totally fine to lose.
Yeah.
All good.
Hey, can you ask her if I can still just touch her boob?
What?
What? No, Eugene. All right, we're done with the second date update now, Eugene.
I am sorry.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Everybody texting at 78592 right now is all saying the same thing. Somebody tell those neighbors. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Have an update on that, so just give me a second. If you missed today's second date update, Eugene called in. He was actually set up on a date by his mom with one of her coworkers, and he invited that girl over to his house, and he was proud to say that they stayed there most of the night doing a lot of fun things, Yahtzee, watched some Game of Thrones. What he didn't tell us, and what we found out later from the girl he went out with, named Diana, is that he stopped at one point to videotape the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
And he told us the reason why was because he's putting together a video collage of their children as an anniversary present. And he heard the kids out in the yard, so he stopped so he could videotape them.
And it was nighttime.
Yeah.
Creepy.
And he told us that he had their permission. We obviously were very skeptical.
Yes.
So we got in touch with the neighbors.
Oh, good.
And apparently it's true. He does have their permission.
Oh, good.
So I guess it's still
creepy,
weird. It's
yeah.
still weird. But apparently they know and they're cool with it and they know Eugene. So
Do the kids know? I feel like we should just call the kids.
Yeah, we
next.
should just
Like,
call
let's
them.
call the kids.
then they're probably like, yeah, this is great. It's all
Yeah.
cool.
It doesn't matter who we tell. It's
I
going to
mean,
be creepy.
Yeah, no matter
I
what,
guess
it's creepy.
Things are neighborly there.
But I guess it's all good. Ish.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5's Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've been doing second date updates for a while now, and we've heard a lot of stories about people getting ditched on a first date. Some people deserve it, some people don't deserve it. Carter, who is on the phone today, got ditched on his first date, but it's a little different than most because she actually told him that she was leaving.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
polite.
That's kind of.
It's
or rude.
sort of nice. I can't tell. We'll talk to Carter about it. Carter, we'll find out more about that situation in just a second. But first, what's her name?
Chloe.
Chloe, all right. And how did you meet Chloe?
I met Chloe in the comment section on Facebook.
What? Wait, like, what do you mean the comment section on Facebook?
We both commented on a mutual friend's picture.
Oh.
It led to some playful banter, and I
Playful banter.
So she commented on a friend of yours picture, and then you commented like, "Hey, Jill, who's this chick commenting above me? She's hot."
Chloe.
Right?
No, I did not do that, and I would not recommend that to the general population.
All right, so it's a little smoother than that, huh?
A lot smoother.
Good.
Okay. How long did you guys talk on Facebook before you actually asked her out?
Probably about a week, on and off. When we finally started talking, there was just one night, we just messaged all night, and I said, hey, do you want to meet and get dinner? And she said, yeah. So.
Cool.
And how was dinner when you guys went out? Was it the same as Facebook, the same chemistry as you had in the Facebook comments section?
Yeah, well, initially we decided to meet at the restaurant, which, I think it's just good. It's better than, to have that awkward drive there. And I was so relieved when I saw her. Not that, I knew what she looked like, but to actually see her in person and, beautiful eyes, this really sweet demeanor, and she had my nose.
What do you mean she had your nose?
That's weird.
Well, I know it's straight. She has my nose.
She has
your nose.
your nose.
I didn't hear that right.
I think it's a good nose. I like my nose, and so I liked it on her.
So you're attracted to women that have the same features as you?
Well, not all of the same features, but one out of many.
So wait, does that mean you have a feminine nose, or she has a really masculine nose?
I think it's somewhere in between. I think I have a masculinely feminine nose.
Ooh,
she has a femininely masculine nose.
Nice.
All right, so you thought she was cute because of her smile, and you both share a nose.
We share a nose.
Okay.
And was she flattered by that or not?
I think she was a little confused. I think kind of like you guys were, but
because I'm going to say, as a woman, that could be a real insult.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like also saying, hey, look, we also have the same pants size. It's not always...
Look, I think you guys weren't there. I have a good-looking nose. It looked good on her. I assume it looks good on me.
Okay.
So I made the comment, sure, but we didn't stay on that topic.
Okay. So you moved on quickly from the nose thing.
Uh-huh.
How was the rest of the date?
Well, the first 30 minutes was really great. It was just like talking online. And then she started looking at her phone a lot. And I don't know if she was texting somebody or somebody was texting her. I couldn't tell. I try to not pay attention to somebody when they're on the phone, like when you're in a social situation with them, to not make them feel uncomfortable or anything.
Yeah.
And she looks at her phone for about 5 minutes, and she stands up and says, Carter, it was really nice to meet you, but I'm sorry I have to end the date.
Whoa, that's abrupt. Like in the middle of dinner?
Totally abrupt.
Whoa.
And she was polite about it and everything, just said, sorry, the date is over?
Yes, that's exactly what she did. And then so I asked her, I said, is there something I said? Is something wrong? And she said, look, I'm really sorry, but I have to go.
Weird.
Wow. Maybe, did she seem distraught, or did her mood change when she was looking at her phone?
Her mood did change, but I couldn't tell to what. I just met her.
Oh my God. How baffling. I wouldn't know if you are embarrassed or if she's so kind about it that you're like, okay, well, I understand.
Well, I'm really confused more than anything. And so I texted her the day after, and she did not respond. So I called you guys because I thought you guys could help me.
Have you heard anything from her at all? You said she didn't respond to that, but anything?
The way that it ended, I'm trying not to actively blow up her phone or anything like that.
Right.
So, and what's her Facebook status like right now? Is she active?
I haven't seen her post anything. This was 3 days ago, and it's just the only reason that I could think about her calling off the date. The only reason is the nose thing.
Yeah, but her leaving came a good while after you made that comment, right?
A while after. So, if it was because of the nose thing, she had to play it cool for about a half hour.
Yeah.
And you swear you didn't compare any other body parts with her?
No, that's for the end of the date.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, man, don't go anywhere.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and Carter is on the phone. And today we're hoping we can help Carter find his nose. Why do I say that? Because when we were talking to Carter just a second ago about the girl that he wants to call today, he shared with us one of the reasons that he liked her was because they had a similar nose.
It's so weird.
That is strange.
And he actually told her that during the date, and that's the only reason he can think of why she might not be calling him back today, because that could have creeped her out a little bit. Yeah. Carter, I think you should actually be happy about your first date.
Why is that?
Well, because she left you at the table and left the date, but at least she had enough respect to get up and go, the date is done, I'm going home now. Yeah. Because most people, somebody goes to the bathroom and then they're never seen from again. Yeah. They crawl out the window or something. At least she had enough respect to tell you that she was leaving.
I guess you're right. That's better.
So you sure you still want to do the second date update or just chalk it up and call that date a success?
Well, you're making me start to think I want to do that. But no.
It is kind of strange to me that you want to call her again and that you just won't let it go.
I have to know.
Yeah.
But it's one of those like curiosity kills the cat type of situations where I just don't think this is going to end well for you.
Maybe, but I don't really care what I hear. I want an explanation why she would just get up and leave in the middle of the date. I just need closure. Can you guys please help me?
Yes.
Closure from your one date.
I'll dial her phone number right now and see if we can find out why she ditched you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chloe?
Yes.
Hello, Chloe. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
How are you?
Good, I guess. What is this about?
Well, I wanted to call you because we actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
I'm sorry. Do you have the right phone number?
I think so. Let me ask you. You tell me. Your name's Chloe, right?
Yeah.
Have you recently gone out with a dude named Carter on a date?
Yeah.
Perfect. Then I do have the right person on the phone.
Hey,
because
Chloe.
that's why we're calling you today. Carter actually emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone because apparently you left in the middle of your date and now you're not responding to his text messages or phone calls and he wants to know why.
Oh my God. I can't believe Carter did this.
I just got to say, lots of respect for you. I mean, to be able to do that in the middle of the date and just face the awkwardness head on takes some pretty big cojones.
Yeah.
Do what? I don't know what you're talking about.
When you left in the middle of the date, when you stood up and said, sorry, we can't continue this date anymore, and then left the table.
Oh my God. How do you guys know that?
Because Carter told us about your date. And that's why we're calling you today. He wants to know if he did something wrong so that maybe he can fix it in the future.
Oh, this is kind of embarrassing.
Really?
Is it embarrassing for Carter or embarrassing for you?
I mean, it was just bad timing, I think.
Like the date?
Yeah, it was bad timing in general.
What do you mean? Like something else was going on that night? I don't get it.
Well, I got a text from an ex of mine.
Okay.
And I thought I should just give him another chance, so.
What?
Wait a minute.
Okay,
You gave your ex
so you
another-
left the date so you could get back with your ex-boyfriend?
Well, my ex was just saying some really nice things about how he missed me and that he was thinking about me.
Don't they all?
So I just texted him back and said, let's get back together. And I felt bad for being on another date. So I just thought I'd end it. And
What?
So I'm sorry to keep asking for clarification, but it's just confusing me. You actually got back together with your ex-boyfriend while you were eating dinner with Carter.
yeah.
That is bad timing.
Yeah, that is horrible timing. You're right, Jose.
The first half of the date you were single, and then after that, then you weren't single.
Right.
Oh my God, I've never
Good
heard
for
that.
you for getting up and leaving, I guess.
Wow.
I don't think it's anything great, but I didn't want to hurt Carter's feelings, so I just left.
Yeah. Well, and you're taken. You shouldn't be out on a date.
It wasn't. It's not that bad, I think.
You shouldn't feel bad. I mean, we've all gotten back together with exes before.
But not in the middle of a date.
Yeah.
She was respectful.
True.
You know, what was she going to say? Excuse me, I just got back together with my ex-boyfriend. I need to leave now.
Yeah, there's not much more you could say to that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I felt like cutting the date short would be the best option.
Yeah. Well, okay, cool. Thank you for being honest with us and telling us your answer. I'm sure Carter will be happy to know that he wasn't like a weirdo and did anything wrong.
No, Carter's a really great guy. Under different circumstances, I mean, I think it would have worked out.
Oh no.
Okay. Well, a nice thing to say.
All right, well, Chloe, you were very honest with us, and like I said, I appreciate that. Now I need to be honest with you and let you know that Carter is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Chloe.
Oh my. Hi.
Well, that would explain why you were on your phone during the day.
Yeah, he just started texting me, and so I just had to respond.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Are you guys back together?
Yeah, we're trying to make things work, I guess.
Oh, well,
So awkward.
well, that's, that's too bad. I thought you and I had something.
That's really sweet of you to say, but I mean, we only met each other for a half hour.
Yeah, no, it's just a bummer that you didn't stick around. I mean, if we'd have just spent more time together, I think we would have really, hit it off, and it would have led to a lot more nice dates. But,
Aww.
The heart wants what the heart wants, and I'm disappointed.
You're so sweet.
Oh, that's really nice. And I do really feel bad about what I did. It's just, I don't know, me and my ex, we have a history together, so.
Yeah, well, it must not have been a very good one. I mean, if you broke up.
Oh, hey, Carter.
Yeah, no, there were some good times, but there were some troubling times too, I guess.
Well, Chloe, you and I didn't know each other all that well, but, I mean, we never had any trouble.
Whoa.
I mean, that's kind of who I am. I'm a drama-free person.
I gotta say, Chloe, he's doing a good job of selling himself. I'm already like Team Carter. Break up with that ex.
Yeah, maybe I do feel bad. I mean, things you're saying, Carter, are giving me second thoughts. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I should end things with my ex-boyfriend.
What?
What did we just come to?
So-
what is happening now?
Are you saying that you want to end things with your ex, who's now your current boyfriend, and then go back to dating Carter?
I don't know. I mean, he's saying some really nice things and bringing up some really good points. I mean, me and my boyfriend did have some troubling times.
See?
Wow.
Look, Chloe, I don't want you to break up with him because of something I'm saying to you. I want you to make your own decision.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should stay with him.
Chloe!
Chloe, do you want to be with your ex, or do you want to go out with Carter?
I don't know. I'm just really confused right now.
Chloe, I think you should be single. That's what I think you need to be for a little while.
I think I'm going to stay with my ex. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Are you sure? Carter sounds like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys really think I should go out with Carter?
Oh my gosh, Chloe.
I think you should go out with Carter. Chloe, would you go out on a second date with Carter? We will pay for it.
I don't know. Is that what you guys think I should do?
That's what I think you should do, yes.
I don't think you should be in the current situation that you're in, that's for sure. Because you do not sound dedicated to it.
Yeah, you're right. This is a lot of drama. I guess I'll go back with my ex.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
Even the ex is drama. What are you
So
doing?
you don't want to go out with Carter again, or you do? It's a free date.
I do want to go out with him again.
Okay. So you're going to go out with Carter on the date that we're offering?
I would like to, but I don't think it's the best decision.
So are you going or aren't you? This is so confusing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I am totally lost here, Chloe.
I don't know. Carter, yes, I do want to go on a second date.
Okay,
yes, you're
awesome.
But I think it should just be a friend's date.
What?
A friend date? I mean, you just said you want to go out with me.
Well, I am seeing someone, so.
For at least another couple days.
Oh my
Stick with it, Carter, and I'm sure you'll get the second romantic date that you want eventually, all right?
I do not get what just happened there.
I think that makes everybody.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. This is, I would never let that girl pick where to eat if I were dating her. And I can understand
Good
why.
point.
If you don't know what I'm talking about today's second date update. This dude named Carter wanted to call a girl named Chloe. They went out on a date, and then she stopped calling him. And we got her on the phone and found out the reason why. During the date, she got a text from her ex-boyfriend saying that he wanted to get back together, and she decided to get back together with him right there on the date. And then through the conversation, she went back and forth on, well, you know what, maybe I should break up with my boyfriend and go out with you, Carter. And then, you know what? I need to stay with my boyfriend. I shouldn't do that. I should stay with my boyfriend. On second thought, I'm going to break up with my boyfriend and get with you, Carter. No, I can't do that. And then we ask, as we always do you want to go out on a second date? She said yes, she would go out with Carter, but not break up with her boyfriend, go out with him as a friend, but maybe break up with her boyfriend. It was confusing.
Oh, no, still.
I will give her props for leaving immediately as she decided to get back together with her boyfriend on the date. But that girl needs to be single.
Yeah.
I think
she does.
Oh, man.
She definitely needs to be single.
You don't need to date anybody.
Just have options.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't
Regular options. Yeah. Like, not a boyfriend, so that one day you can be like, I'm going to go out with Carter. And then I'm going to go out with Steve.
Yeah.
No, who do I go out with today? I don't know.
Just let the wind follow.
Definitely could not make a decision to save her life. So I think they're going out again as friends.
We think.
But then again, I'm not really sure.
They'll end up getting married by the end of the date.
No one is. They're not sure.
Text me. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is just email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5. Present.